A curse has befallen the region of Icewind Dale, in the form of an unrelenting winter that has slowly chipped away at those who live here for 2 long years. Most have lost the will to believe it will ever end, as hundreds of adventurers have flocked to this region in an attempt to end the curse and go down in history. None have succeeded. Those who do live to tell their tales are left frozen and mutilated by the horrors of the region. Join us as an unlikely group of adventurers come together to try and best these lands and put an end to the curse. Alright, we're good.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Tabletop Tyranny, where we neither play around a tabletop nor are we tyrannical. My name is Jacob, and I will be your dungeon master for this evening's game and for the many, many, many more to come in the future. Thanks for stopping by. Pull up a seat, grab some popcorn, a beverage of your choice, beer, soda, whatever you feel inclined to drink, and enjoy the show. As per usual, we do have our 5 returning adventurers. So say hello, adventurers.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, adventurers. Hello.
If you guys, any of you watching online, if you missed any of our past sessions, you can find them on YouTube at Tabletop Tyranny. Catch up on the live streams that we have. We're on session 9 now, so yeah. And without further ado, we're going to kind of start this thing off. You may ask, why do we have our cameras disabled and some of us have our cameras enabled? Well, this is our Halloween session, and some of us are dressed up, and we kind of want to do kind of like a special reveal in a sense to add more effect to the spirit. So right now, what's going to happen is the players that are dressed up are going to roll a d20, and we're going to go in order from lowest to highest.
All right. My d20. I lost it. Oh shit! Natural 20.
Well, looks like Craig's going last.
7.
7. Nice. Okay, well, without further ado, that means it's going to go Jayla, Fiska, Elizel, and then I will be the last one, and then we'll get into the recap.
Cool.
Let's see.
What?
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, that's so
Hello.
good. Turn
Oh,
to the
sweet.
side a little bit. Nice. I love it.
I can't move. This corset is tight.
That's so good.
Hell yeah. All right, Emily.
Cool.
Sure. I'm not sure how to turn my video on.
Uh-oh.
I clicked enable video.
Might be the same thing Nathan just dealt with a second ago. Might be default device might be messed up with and stuff. So do you see like a little there should be like a little gear wheel on the actual
Yeah. Let me see. Devices. Yeah, that is what it should be.
and to make sure the browser, like you were saying, the camera has its you're allowing it through the browser.
It
Browser,
says it's being
browser.
allowed.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna leave and come back.
Yep.
Just building anticipation.
I know.
Oh, now I can see Jayla, and I couldn't see hers before. That is awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Why is it doing this?
It's more so my fault for changing over.
Did that happen?
Yeah. So you're gonna have to probably. So you had the right device set up on your
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can.
Did you try
Yeah.
the camera icon up in the URL?
I don't have one of those, but I have the red dot on the tab saying that it's
Hmm.
recording.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
on
that's
Chrome,
weird.
So yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna like plug in my webcam.
Yeah, you might have to do that. We can always circle back. We can go do Craig and come back to you if you want.
I'm actually not here.
Or Elizel, my bad. I'm sorry.
That's not what I meant, but I like it. Oh, are we doing me?
Yeah, we'll come back to Fiska. Let's see what you got.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
That's
I'm a kitty
sick.
with horns.
That's sick.
That looks
That's really
awesome.
cool.
Thank you. I even made myself. This is what I was polymer clay
Oh,
my-
hell yeah.
cool.
amulet for my god.
That's a sick.
I like the shirt too. I don't know if that's part of it, but I
It
like
is,
it.
yeah. It's my
Oh,
armor.
also,
It's reused from Thule, but that's okay.
Hey.
Pushed up a little high. Just my eyes.
Is that mask comfortable or no?
It's all right. It pushes on my lip a little bit, but other than
Yeah.
that, it's not bothering me too much.
I was dressed like a fairy all day. This is relaxing.
Mm.
Fairy by day, Minotaur by night.
Look how shiny it is.
Oh, it's
I love
super
that.
sparkly.
And is that supposed to be like the scales?
Scales,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I glued each one of those on.
Oh.
Yeah, this
My
mask
gosh.
probably took me about 5 hours in total.
Jeez.
Oh,
That's
that
crazy.
sounds miserable.
It was all right. I got to my daughter was super excited about it, so she got to make one too. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See,
Heck
the
yeah.
hardest work I put in was these ears. I crocheted these.
yeah, those are amazing.
You
they
can
worked
see the
out so well.
string hanging.
Oh, was that Emily? She turned into a bird.
I think she. I don't know if she had birds, but I remember her talking about her feeding birds outside her house.
No luck still. Oh,
Is Tyler having issues too? He's going in and out on
no,
my.
he's just. I think that's probably more so on my end.
Yeah, I'm getting that as well, where
That's probably on my end.
stuff is
honestly.
flickering.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, swap browser, so that's probably why everything's being goofy.
Google.
Damn you!
I mean, I always used Chrome.
I use the Edge. I can try to launch Edge real quick and see if it still lags. Let me do that real quick.
Alright.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Edge.
I will be back. Might get lucky, because yesterday it was like Forge was super laggy on Edge. Let's see. Oh, it seems like it's fine now. Yeah, it's still flickering. It is what it is. I don't know how to fix that. Do we lose Emily?
She did that. Remember that one time she was speaking and it was like very high pitched and fast? Wasn't that her?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no clue.
I just heard that again.
Spaghetti-O. Let me see, maybe... Emily, if you can hear us, maybe your Discord settings might have... Oh! I saw our thing light up for a second. Oh. Technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it. Struggle. Yeah, if you unplugged some of your stuff on your computer, Emily, you might have to reset the defaults in Discord as well.
I don't see anybody now. Are you guys seeing everybody?
I still see everybody, yeah.
What is going on?
Well, I don't know.
I went and just refreshed my stuff, and still things still flicker
I don't
and
know.
stuff.
I don't know, guys. I'm sorry.
I mean,
That's
we
alright.
could just use Discord if we want to save.
Yeah, we could see
stuff.
Emily on Discord if you want to try
Yeah.
that out real quick. But we gotta make sure she can hear us on her stuff.
Oh,
yep.
there you are.
You're
Okay,
very
yeah, I put my webcam into a different port.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry, this is mine. I can just like take a photo.
We can just do it on Discord if you want to do. If you can turn the camera on Discord, we can look at Discord and see.
Sure.
But if not, whatever's easiest, you know.
Yeah. It's gonna come off real soon.
It's gonna be mid-session. It's just gonna come on. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
cool.
That's awesome.
You mean you're
I
not gonna
love
wear
it.
that the whole session?
Absolutely.
I'm not
Oh,
seeing anything.
It's on
Uh,
Discord.
It's on
Oh,
Discord.
Discord. Okay.
That's awesome.
It's
That's so
falling
fun.
off, like,
Oh
I love how you're moving.
my gosh.
That's great. That's great.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Jacob
love
said
it.
he was hoping you'd do paper cups, just like
Yeah,
paper
like-
cups again.
This is like paper mache.
That's
Holy
so
moly.
good.
I love how
I
you
love
have to use your
it so
finger every time you talk. That's
I was
awesome.
gonna, like, bring up a string in
Oh
there.
my gosh. We should
Yeah.
turn on all our Discord cameras and get like a picture of all of us.
Sure, yeah, if you want.
If
I think it might miss the
disable
correct stream, but that's about it.
that. Can I do it over here?
I guess I'll turn mine on Discord and we can take a picture real quick.
Well, do you want to show yourself in the stream, I guess, or what?
I'll just do it whenever
Okay.
after
Uh,
if it loads.
We should. Everyone should be in it.
Yeah, so far I just actually see Jayla. Everybody else has the little thinking purple squares.
I see
Yeah.
Fisco.
DM
And
Yeah,
Greg
mine's not loading on.
and
on-
Tyler
on
aren't
here.
loading.
yeah, because
might have
mine's
to-
mine's giving preference to the browser window.
Yeah.
I'll just
Oh,
turn
okay.
my
Try
kid
something
off
here.
there.
I'll
This
close
work.
Foundry and see if it fixes it.
Not disable.
Here, I'm gonna pause the stream. I'm
Oh.
gonna go to away.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Does anyone want to try to do a recap of last session to kind of get an inspiration?
I already have inspiration.
No.
I'll do it though. I could
Inspiration
do
as
it.
well.
I could do it anyways.
It's the offers on the table. If anyone that doesn't have inspiration feels the need to recap it, y'all can definitely do that.
I mean, I don't have inspiration.
If you want to go ahead.
All right. So we were searching for the three folks and the guide, and we're told to send a message if we found Barthram the dwarf. There were no tracks or trails. We followed Boy the dog up the mountain. We found a bloody figure lying in the snow, and he was already starting to get frostbite, and Elizel healed him, and he was friendly with Boy. Boy knew who he was. He was the guide. He told us that a Yeti had killed the Goliath character, the Goliath person in the party. We were jumped by 2 giant cats. We took care of them. I can't remember who did this, but somebody skinned one of the crag cats and gave Garrett the fur to kind of warm him up.
That was me.
We walked up the rest of further up the mountain.
Oh my gosh.
There was a gap, and fortunately, our bugbear friend had a ladder that fit it perfectly, so we used the ladder and crossed the gap in the ladder. We found a big cave opening
so
and a bend in the
useful.
path. There was some chasms inside. Icy path to the left, a rocky path to the right, so we went to the right, and that's where we had heard the whining coming from outside. Jayla had heard it previously, but we all heard it once we got inside the cave. Tyler threw a rock. I'm sorry. Lorian threw a
Who's
rock.
Tyler?
I don't know, yeah. Lorian
He
threw a
sounds pretty
rock
great.
to see how deep the chasm was. Ichabod, using his devil sight, peered down into the chasm. He saw some bones and something shiny. We discovered, as we took the twisty passage to the right, the Goliath without his head. There were 7 carved niches in the wall of the cave. Each one held a head, and there was the Goliath head. He had a pulsing snowflake in his forehead. Still not sure what that was.
They were frozen
Looked like
solid.
he was kind of regenerating on his head was regenerating stuff. It was weird. We saw the halfling who had been doing the whining, and it turns out a small white creature was tossing it about. Figured out that was a young Yeti. As other people were sneaking around trying to figure out the best position and to figure out what else was going on, Ichabod, using his Eldritch Blast, gunned down the young Yeti. Mama Yeti come up from the bone pile, charged the halfling because she thought the halfling had done something to her offspring. Shenanigans ensued. We took out Mama Yeti. Some other unsavory things happened to Mama Yeti.
Yeah.
There were other steps to the left. We didn't find anything else of note. Fiska, using her fishing pole, fished down into the chasm, pulled up a small mirror with a 6-pointed blue star on it. During the battle, the halfling woman had run out along with the previous guide.
Yep.
Jayla chased down the halfling person. Asterisks, that's the name. Ran off, and while Jayla was outside, everything ended with Papa Yeti coming into view.
Yes, sir. That's a pretty great. Do you want to add something onto that, Tyler?
Asterix is the little tiefling girl. That was the
halfling's
halfling.
name is Perry
He's
Lou.
Perry Lou, yeah.
Herlu.
Yeah. So Nathan, go ahead and take an inspiration. That's awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Woo!
Great recap,
Nathan!
great recap.
Woo!
Emily, we
back.
see you now.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yay.
disabled my audio in Foundry, and that seemed to do
Oh,
it.
weird.
That's weird.
That's weird. So
I can't see you, but yeah.
you might have to refresh your page.
No, that's because my eyes are covered.
Oh. Yeah. So basically, everything he said was true. So yeah, we'll kind of pick back up as Papa Yeti is on the horizon. So we're back on this battle map. Fiska, you're still 30 feet down into this chasm, however you want to say that. The rest of you don't move yet. The rest of you guys are back there in the further the parts of the cave. So Jayla, you hear this loud.
I thought I saw him.
Yeah, well, you can't see, but you know. I'm gonna reveal him in a second.
You know what I mean.
But yeah, so Jayla, you're hearing these loud footsteps, and you're talking to Perilu, and she's like, "Where was the other one?" And you hear these footsteps that are making the ground just making the ground shake, and you hear this, what you can determine is a Yeti just by the way it's breathing, and you know you can smell its foul scent on the intermingled with the wind and the smell of goat blood, and just from these quick checks, you can tell that this Yeti itself it's much larger just by the way that each footstep is making the ground kind of like vibrate a little bit, and yeah, by the way it walks, and you can tell that, you know, you can pretty much determine from the sound of these footsteps that this one may be more dangerous than the other one. And it is approaching so fast. It is not like it's like booking it running, but it is approaching, and you have mere moments to see it. And as it's approaching, you estimate maybe 12 seconds before this thing is at the entrance of the cave as it's walking up. What are you doing?
Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, Garrett, boy, go warn the others, bring them this way. So,
Okay.
I want them to go
Deeper into
tell
the cave?
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry,
I'm
Dave.
be like, yeah. And then I want to go over here, and I'm like, hey, you, this one, I want over here by me.
Okay. And
Well,
so
I'll probably be in front of her.
So you haul Perilu with you, and that time you can you determine that this guy is at the cave entrance. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of it doesn't seem like it's been hinted off. If you're gonna stay in that alcove area right there, I need you to make a stealth check, and the other lady's gonna make a stealth check as well. Garrett comes to the rest of the party. He kind of runs into the darkness, and he kind of runs into you, Elazell, for a second. And he's like, Jayla says there's something approaching, and it sounded huge. I was able to feel the vibrations, not as well as her, but there's something's coming. We need to figure out something. And about that time, as he says that, Fiska, I will say you have heard Jayla kind of say this. You weren't too far away from her, so you were able to pick up a little bit on that. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna do, Fiska, you're gonna tell me what you're gonna do. Jayla and the Perilu are gonna make their stealth check. So what was your stealth check, Jayla?
11.
Okay. Perilu rolled a 10.
Oh shit.
So you guys are crouched down in the snow, hiding as best as you can in that little corner. Fiska, what are you doing?
I am going to fly underneath that bridge of ice,
Okay, yeah, go for it.
and yeah,
Yeah, you stealthily do it.
Ready my ice chisel.
Yeah, I will say as you're I would say you probably don't even have to make a stealth check because that is you are kind of you're naturally covered by the dark, and yeah, you're fine. You don't have to make a stealth roll, but you definitely move over on the other side of the ice chasm, however you want to say that. The rest of you guys, what are you doing as Garrett says this? As he kind of gets to you and he's like breaking down what's happening, you do see this massive you see the outline of this massive creature just like breaking the entrance of the cave into like the path you're on. It doesn't it's not entirely out like into the cave yet. It's like you see it's like coming across, but you have to act quick in this moment too.
Am
What are y'all doing?
Am I the only one who sees Jayla like buried in the mountain?
Yeah, you see well, those of you with dark vision, so Jayla.
No. On the map, it looks like she's not in an alcove with Perilu. She's in the inside the rock of the mountain.
Is that better? Can you see her?
There we go. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. That's weird.
Just making sure that that's where she was supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be. So
Yeah, she's
did
right
I
there, you see her kind of-
did I see them go there?
Yeah. This is all happening as soon as Garrett Garrett got to you. You saw that Jayla and you see Perilu are hiding in that little corner right there.
I will just quickly say, well, we know that we can get around and go out the other side, right? So we either choose, do we try to fight this thing or whatever it is, or do we go around and go across the other way that we saw?
Mm-hmm. Garrett's like, I don't know. We just gotta get the fuck out of here. What do you suggest?
I mean, I feel like going around, and then if we're chased, we fight. But I mean, we have a chance to get away. It's whether or not they see Jayla and Perry Lou in that alcove. If I know Perry Lou's name, but I'm using it.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. No, oh, Ichabod said he's only hearing Jacob. You might have to refresh the page, Nate. I don't know what's going on with technology. I don't know what's going on.
Well, that would be with Discord.
Well, that would be Discord too. I'm tripping. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lauren, what are you doing as you kind of learn this information too?
I was, in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'll distract the Yeti so that, you know, the people that are hiding, you know, maybe they don't get seen. And also, I have like fire on my flail.
Okay.
So.
So are you saying that out loud?
Yeah, I'll say. I was planning to distract for them.
Well, I mean, that'll probably work. We have quite a bit of a head start distance-wise, so distraction and running, unless you want to distract and stand. I don't know what your distraction is, but
well, I'm gonna see how it develops.
Sure.
If they get seen or not.
So at this point, it does make its way through the or what? Ichabod, what are you doing? Can you hear everybody now, Nate?
I heard Craig talking.
Okay. So, Elzel's negotiating, maybe turning and running, or seeing how it develops. Lorian is talking about distracting if he takes notice of Jayla and them. Do you want to say something else?
I would like to. I just start kind of like slowly, kind of whipping my flail around, so it kind of catches his eye as he would walk in.
Okay, Ichabod, what are you doing in this moment?
Ichabod's gonna cast invisibility on himself.
Okay, I love it.
Do I get to roll a better stealth check since he's
Well,
distracting?
so we're gonna this is all kind of, this is me just kind of figuring out what y'all are doing in the moment. I'm about to. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens in a second. Ichabod, you said you're gonna be invisible, so
Yes.
we'll put you as the deaf emote.
Thinking about
Yeah. So you're invisible. Yeah, all these actions are happening. Y'all are all talking about what to do, and at this point, this Yeti kind of it breaks the point of the cave. And are you walking, like, Lauren? Are you walking out like with your fire, or how are you? What do you want to say?
I assume. Well, they probably can see in the dark, but I think I would stay like just on the edge of the darkness, so the fire is like catches the eye more, because you know.
Oh.
So as it breaks this opening, it comes across, it starts to make its way and it sees you, and the sheer size of this thing is
It's been real.
the sheer size. This thing is much larger.
That's speed, Lorian.
This one is much larger, and it sees you whipping around, and all of you that are kind of out there further in the dark vision, you can see that it takes notice of Lauren, but it sees every one of you. It sees this whole group of people just clumped up, and Jayla, as it's looking, you hear it or the rest of y'all see that it also looks over slowly towards Jayla and the acolyte who are hiding, who didn't roll high enough, and it just looks at all of you and it goes, it just charges after Lorian.
Nice.
So from this point, we're gonna roll initiative, and then we're gonna see what happens. So it took notice of you, Jayla, but it's actively focused on this thing whipping this fiery.
Probably because its kid is back there.
Yeah. Give me one.
Not anymore.
It doesn't know that.
Still back there. It's dead.
It's just true.
That's messed up.
Does anybody have like an animate spell where we can like animate the?
Oh my god.
Hey, dance his dead child around in front of him.
I'm invisible. I'll go get it and like stand behind it.
Oh my goodness.
And then move its arm.
Yeah, I mean, like we can get Bernie's.
I love it.
We rolling initiative?
Roll initiative. Yeah.
Okay.
How far away is that thing?
From you right now, it is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's about 60 feet away from you.
Ooh, I rolled low.
So
I probably shouldn't do that.
Let me roll for.
Probably like
I got a 19.
tonight.
All right, so you said you got a 19, Lauren?
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Okay.
Why don't we do like the 20 to 15?
Well, I have an encounter builder, and it just lists y'all's names, so I kind of just call it like that. It's easier.
I
Elza,
like
what'd you
writing
Ichabod
it
got a
down.
6.
Ichabod got a 6. Elza, what'd you get?
22.
Holy shit. Okay, Fiska.
7.
Nice. Jayla, what'd you get?
9.
Nice. Garrett got a
Nice.
5. So Garrett got a 5. Boy got a 6. And the Yeti got a
30.
14. 30. No, he got a 14. So right now the initiative, if anybody wants to write it down, it's gonna go Elzo,
Mm-hmm.
then Lorian,
Big guy.
then the Yeti. Perry Lou after the Yeti. Then it's gonna be Jayla, Fiska, Ichabod, Boy, and then Garrett.
Wait, where's Ichabod?
Ichabod
Between
is
Fiska
after
and
Fiska.
Boy.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to yeah. So this thing is charging at you, Elzo. You see this thing is muscle upon muscle. It is just. The other one was impressive in size. It wasn't as muscular, but it did have. I lost everybody's camera on Foundry. The other one was muscular, but this one is triple that. It's just muscle upon muscle, more scars. Its teeth are longer and they're like this dark shade of black from like rot. And you do see that in the middle of its forehead as well. You see that there is this very icy blue pulsing snowflake as well, and it is just actively just on it. It's like in the motion of beginning to run at your group. What are you doing?
Oh, fuck. Why do I go first?
It's a Scooby Doo.
Did we deduce? So the span in front of us that there's 2 chasms on either side of it.
Yes.
Did we deduce that was a bridge, or are those 2 different chasms and this is land all the way down?
So you're asking if the chasm itself is like
Is that a bridge or is that land?
So that little so that is the floor itself. That is the ground.
Yeah.
So it is now sort of a bridge in a sense. So there is like a bottom part to it. Like it
Under
guess
that land is there chasm?
there is no chasm under land. That makes
Okay.
that's
Okay, so it's land all the way down.
Yeah, that
Okay.
I was like confusing myself as I was saying it.
So
it
that's
is land
2
under-
separate chasms.
2 separate chasms. Yes.
Okay.
I will say this: if you do look over to the smaller chasm, you have dark vision, right?
60
You
feet.
do see that one doesn't go as deep as the other one.
Sure.
That one is about 50 feet down.
Okay. Oh.
Fly, you fools.
There's something I really want to do, but I'm trying to decide if we want to fight this or flee. If I hold a spell, do I have to tell you what the spell is?
Yes, you have to tell me the spell. You're holding a specific spell, and then if you don't use that spell upon trigger, you do lose the spell slot. So say you like hold a first level spell. If the trigger doesn't activate the spell cast, you do not. The spell slot goes away, and then also you don't get a reaction as well. That's considered your reaction, is like holding that.
Sure. I understand. I feel like this is my only chance to use it if we're gonna use it. I'm gonna hold the spell Thunderwave for when he comes up to us to try to blow him into the chasm.
Hell yeah! Are you Can you read to me what Thunderwave does? I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you.
Okay.
Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you, so it should only hit him.
Okay.
Because everyone else is behind me. That's 30.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like 40 feet away, right?
Yeah, Jayla and them are too
yeah.
far away, so yeah,
Okay.
once it gets closer to you, it would trigger that spell. So when it gets to the 15-foot range is when you're going to.
When it gets in front of us to where I can try to push it into the chasm with a thunder wave.
Okay. Are you putting the? Do you want me to draw like a square? So it's a 15-foot cube, so it's 5.
Yeah, so
10,
it would.
15 ish, just like that, and then.
Well, no, it originates from me,
Yeah,
and
are
I
you playing
want
on
to.
that side, or
I
what
want to
side?
blow him into the big chasm.
So you're kind of aiming on the right side to push him over. Like kind of like how that is right now, or no?
Move that rectangle to the other chasm.
Like that.
Yes.
Sweet. Awesome. Yeah. So this is
And
your.
so it's it's a they must make a con saving throw. On a failed save, they take 2d8 thunder damage and pushed 10 feet away from me.
Cool. So con save. So that's you're holding that action. Lorian, I don't think there's anything else unless you wanted to position somewhere else.
That whole block is 10 feet, right?
Yes.
And
The blocks are 10 feet. Squares are 10 feet.
is the Yeti taking up 15 feet?
Oh shit! This is 15 feet. I'm tripping. No, the Yeti itself is taking up 10. It's just scaled a little bit bigger to see the image more.
Okay.
So it is a 10-foot square. So it's a large creature.
Yeah, no,
it's just a little bit bigger than the other one.
He's a big guy.
I think I'd stay where I am.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, you hold that. You hold that thunder wave. You're holding that. Lauren, what are you doing as this thing is into motion to like?
I gotta roll a d6.
What do you
Okay, I got a 4. Dang,
Alright.
I really wanted to fuck up there, but I will hold my action. If he comes within 10 feet, I will
Okay.
strike him because that's my attack range.
For sure. So you're holding that attack for 10 feet. Awesome. Anything else you're
Yeah.
doing? Your weapon is still on fire, right? Your weapon's still on fire.
I can just I think I don't think he would be looking at me, but if anyone was looking at me, earlier I was kind of in a kind of nervous, almost kind of panic state, but there's like again a smile that would be spreading across his face, and his fist would be tightening around the flail. So.
Awesome. Visually, it's awesome. Sounds awesome. So yeah, as you're readying this attack on this Yeti, there's nothing else you can do. That's into your turn, right?
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. The Yeti just moves. You see its muscles tense, and it closes the distance between you and it fast. It does come across about that halfway mark where it does trigger that thunder wave, so it needs to make a con save, right?
Yes.
What is it? What's the save?
14.
Okay. Yeah, it's running. It's bolting towards you, and you just let out this thunderous wave, and it just picks it up a little bit off the ground. It failed its save. So what happens?
Oh, poggies.
So it takes 2d8 thunder damage and push
Okay.
10 feet away from me. So I
10
mean,
feet? Okay.
yeah. 2d8. So that's just 5 lightning or thunder damage.
5 thunder damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes 5 damage, and then it's pushed 10 feet into the chasm. So I will say, as this loud thunderous boom just ricochets throughout the cavern, you do notice that some of the stalactites above you, they do begin to break and rain down a little bit.
Oh, no.
Those of you in the kind of that little area that you are gathered in, you guys are going to take.
Do we have to make a dex saving throw?
Yeah, go ahead and make a dex saving throw. If you did,
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's a good point. Go make dex saving throw. It's going to be Garrett, Boy, Elzel, Lauren, and Ichabod. If you fail to save, you take 3 points of damage. If you pass, you successfully dodge.
I got a 14.
Yeah, that's going to be a DC 10. It's not going to be overly hard.
15.
So easy.
I
15.
still failed it.
So you take 3 points of damage, Ichabod.
Okay. I got a 5.
Okay.
Okay. So you take and then Garrett, you see that Boy's able to move out of the way, but Garrett does suffer 3 points of damage as these stalactites just pelt down on you. This Yeti gets lifted off the ground and just goes off the side of the chasm into the chasm, disappearing below.
Does he take damage?
He does.
Hell yeah.
So he is at the bottom of this cavern.
How deep was that? 60?
It's 80. The chasm itself is 80 feet.
80.
Right. Yeah, it's
So
just out of.
he's gonna take 8d6 damage
Nice.
from that. So I'm going to. Craig, I'll let you roll it since this is your spell. You can roll the 8d6.
Okay. Right, I'll be down here.
Jaylee, you are kind of like, as this thunder wave goes off, your ears are ringing. You're kind of disoriented for like a half second. It doesn't affect you player-wise, but you just heard this unnerving, like loud shattering, just hurt your ears really bad.
After he disappears from sight, Lorian will kind of just frown a bit.
Okay.
26.
26 points of damage. Okay. You hear the the Yeti has this like, and it's falling down the chasm, and it's just the quiet gets, and you hear this loud like smack on the ground as the chasm around you kind of shakes. Fiska, that ice that you're sitting on, you feel, or you're underneath, you feel it. You see like above, you look above, you see that ice cracks a little bit on that area above you.
Get out from under that.
Cool. It's gonna be it's the Acolyte's turn this time. The Acolyte parries Lou's like she says to Jayla, should we run? What do I do?
We should probably run.
Okay. She's going to. Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's going to. So
How much damage did it do to falling do?
it took 26 fall damage from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So the Acolyte's going to run 10 feet, 20 feet, and she's going to look back at you and she's going to say, you see her do a, she grabs this like cornucopia on her chest and she begins to rub it and whisper it to it, and she's going to, you see this like shining, or you don't see, you feel this like warm glow begin to radiate off you. Those of you that can see Jayla, you see that she has this like, this like yellowish golden aura around her body. So you have the sanctuary spell cast on you right now.
Oh.
Cool. I don't know what that does. but
So you're
thanks.
going to, as a, you're warded against any attack or harm from a spell. So whoever tries to attack you needs to make a Wisdom saving throw. If they fail to save, they have to target a new target.
Good.
And if they fail to throw and there's no one for them to target around, they will have to attack you. That's kind of the gray area. But you are in the shimmering light, and she's going to move the rest of her way and end her turn there. So it's your turn, Jayla.
Okay, I'm going to.
Lol.
Oh shit! How do I move this? I can't move her.
You can't. What about now?
Why are there two? Okay, there was
I
two
don't know.
for me.
If it's bugging out, I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't control it.
Okay. I'm going to probably. Let's see.
So it's like 20 feet right there. 15 feet.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like touch the ground
Okay.
and try to see if I can feel any vibrations from the chasm.
Yeah, you lean down and you I'll consider this like your free interaction with the environment. You lean down and touch this chasm, and you do feel the you feel like there's rubble and rocks moving as something like heavy stands back up onto its feet. So you do feel like that whatever is down there, the Shelly that did fall down there, you do think it is still alive as it is recuperating.
Okay, and then I'm gonna yell like, "We need to go fast!" And I'm gonna hold a crossbow bolt
Okay.
for if I see the Yeti start
Okay.
climbing its way up, and I'm gonna stay right there and like guard and.
How
let
far
it
does your dark
pass.
vision extend to? How far can you see? Let me see. So you have blind sight at 10 feet, so I'll say that's kind of like
Yeah.
your dark vision to 10 feet. So whenever anything comes within 10 feet of you, it's going to trigger that attack.
Okay.
Okay, great. So you won't be able to take a reaction, so just remember that. All right, it's going to be Fiska. It's your turn, and we'll take a bot on deck.
I'm going to go fly and land on top of the ice bridge.
Okay.
And I'm going to ready my ice chisel. And
Okay.
if I see the Yeti coming or hear him climbing up on my side of the chasm, I
Okay.
will start, breaking off chunks of ice.
Okay, so your action is if the Yeti begins to come up, you're going to strike the ground and see if it
Yeah. See if
Okay,
I break my ice
I
down.
will say go ahead and make a go ahead and make a nature. I think this would be a nature check to kind of determine
Where to strike?
yeah, go nature check to kind of determine where you're striking. This is also going to tell you if it's a really good roll. It's going to tell you how much HP this ice has, like, and what you need to hit, like what you need to roll to hit it.
It's a 20.
Whew,
Nice.
hell yeah. So you do know that this is this ice sheet has AC of 13, so you need to roll a 13 or higher to hit it, and it has 20 HP right now. Before it will and as you kind of determine that before it will actually shatter and break, it's gonna 20 points of damage, and also you get the sense that if you strike this while on top of it, you will fall into the chasm below.
Oh, I have wings. I wouldn't be able
Okay.
to.
Cool. Yeah. So that's what you learn from that nature check. So you're holding your action to if it climbs up your side, you're going to attempt to break the ice.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Nice. Ichabod, you're up.
I think Ichabod would just. Let's see, how far is this? So these squares are 10 feet, right?
They are 10 feet. Yes.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. So he's actually going to go ahead and move. And if my calculations are correct, he's going to be standing right next to Perry Lou.
Okay. 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
All right. All right. Whoops. Wrong button. Do that.
So you're using the dash action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's not going to do anything else.
Yeah.
And he's still invisible.
Yeah, you're. Oh, Jayla, as Ichabod, you do notice Ichabod walk past you, as he comes into your like blind sight. But the rest of y'all, those of you that were near Ichabod, I will say,
Her
Lauren,
ear
you kind
just like tweaks.
yeah, Lauren, I will say that you probably felt like some sort of wind brush past you or something moved past you. But as far as you know, you guys didn't really see Ichabod turn invisible, so you don't really know what's going on with that.
I just felt him super
just
speed
felt-
dash by me.
Yeah, he just
In the
flashed
wind.
up past you. Sweet. Did you have a bonus action that you wanted to try to do?
Actually,
Now that you ask.
well, I think the only decent bonus one I've got right now, I've already burned on one of those cats, and we haven't had a rest since then. So no, I'm just gonna hang out right there.
All right, cool. So it's gonna be Boy's turn. Boy is going to. Boy sees that this he sees this big creature just go over the edge, and he's looking at Garrett, and Garrett kind of gives him like a nod. And you just see Boy just dashes out of the cave. He didn't. He wants no part of this. He dashes He dashes outside of. He dashes way over here. He books it. He just runs past you. He kind of goes between next to the acolyte. And he just bolts, and he's just booking it. Next is gonna be Garrett. Garrett's gonna look, seeing this Yeti go over, and he's gonna look at Elza and Lorian. Should I run or should I fight? What should I do?
Give me the fire.
Yeah, he hands over the alchemical fire, and he also attempts to hand you your war pick back to you. Here, I don't think I'll need this.
Keep the
All
war.
right. He gives you the alchemical fire back, and he just he dashes. He doesn't wait for a signal or anything. He dashes 60 feet. Oh. So he's gonna get back kind of over here where he's gonna get to the other side of Ichabod over there by Perilu.
Shoulder checks you as he runs through because he can't see you.
Yeah, he
Ichabod would just go.
like a door.
Okay.
Sliding door. Yep. And then
Olay.
with that, we're back at the top of the round. Elzel, you're up. Lorian, you're on deck.
I don't remember how this works. When you ask someone a question in your turn, can they answer?
I will say going forward, this is how it will be you can say something and they can reply once, and that's the end of the interaction.
Okay, so I'll just turn to Lauren and say, "What's your plan?"
To kill it.
Do you want to kill it here, or do you want to kill it together on the other side of the chasm? And yeah, I guess you can't answer that. So.
Yep. You can ask that. I will allow you.
I'm on your I'm your next turn. I'm on
Yeah.
the next turn.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
I
say
know.
I will say you'll have one. You'll be able to say whatever you want before you leave.
Yeah.
But it'll be like your It's still considered your free action, but he can't reply to it.
And you said we felt Ichabod go by, but didn't see.
Lorian felt Ichabod kind of run past him.
Oh, okay.
I will say at this point you will probably have seen. Well, there's no snow on the ground, so you don't know anything about Ichabod.
He smelled
Okay.
of lilac.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ichabod smells pretty good.
I will.
Smells like Yeti kid murderer.
It smells like allspice and clove.
Hey.
I'm gonna use my feline agility to go 60 feet
Okay.
and join the party. So that'd be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
You'll be like right over with the group.
I will actually. Here, I'll move myself. I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go to this square
Okay.
and keep an eye. I mean, I have, what do I have? 60 feet of dark vision, so he's just out, but I will be able to see if he starts climbing up within 20 feet.
You sure will?
I can hold an action, right? Since all I've done is move. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna hold. Wait, I'm. That's not the right character. Oh no, it's in my hand. Okay. I'm just gonna hold. I forgot I had a crossbow. I'm gonna hold just a crossbow shot. Just
Okay.
as soon as I start seeing him climb, if it's
Okay.
within my vision, I will fire.
You're gonna let out a bolt.
The
Yep.
power's
Sure.
in your hands.
So just remember you have that shot held.
Dude.
No bonus action, right?
What are my bonus actions?
What are those?
That requires no bonus action.
No. Sweet. All right. It's going to be Lauren. It's your turn.
I will jaunt over to my pal, my cow friend, and then I will because that's as far as I can go
Yes.
without dashing. I can't see him right now because he's 80 feet down, right? My dark
You can't
vision's
see him.
only 60 feet. Okay,
For sure.
then I'll just kind of I'll squat down and I'll just I'll dangle my my flail over the edge, kind of like a like an angler
Like
fish.
a lure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I like it.
exactly. So,
Okay.
and then when he comes up, if he comes in range, I'll smack the shit out of him.
Okay. Go for it. So
Come towards the shiny.
So that's your turn. So right now we have the held actions of Jayla's going to shoot a crossbow if it gets within 10 feet. Elzel's going to shoot it when it gets between 60 feet if it goes like when it starts climbing, and Lauren's going to beat the shit out of it when it gets to 10 feet.
And I'll just mutter, "Come towards me."
Okay. Yeah, that's your turn. So this Yeti's turn. Y'all all hear this cacophony and just like just radiate throughout or echo throughout the cave. And those of you with dark vision, you see that this creature, it's not fucking around. It is dashing up the side of the wall, and it's gonna climb 80 feet in one turn. It's just poof, poof, it's grabbing on the handholds that you didn't even see or know existed. It crosses the 60, so it comes into vision of you, Elzel. So go ahead and make a shot at it. All right. And you do see that it is coming up towards the lure of fire, Lauren. It's coming up to the that.
24 to hit.
Yeah, that's a good hit. That hits.
That's 9 damage with the crossbow bolt.
Nice. As you let this go, you see that this creature looks bloody now as it it's making its way up.
Wow.
It is quickly climbing. Fisco, what was once not there, you did see this thing go over the side of the chasm into the chasm. You just see in an instant, you see a ball of fur just basically jump and climb, like 3 arm movements, and it's at the top, and it's gripping. It's within the 10-foot range. So Lauren, you can go ahead and attack it, and Jaylee, you can go ahead and attack it. But it is right underneath you guys as it is climbing. So it is within 10 feet. It is right there on that wall, directly below you two.
It's pretty cute.
Does it hit?
Nice.
18 does hit. Yep.
Does 21 hit?
They both hit. Yeah, those both hit.
Nice. Big
7
guy, big
points.
guy.
What'd you say?
What'd you say? Sorry?
7 points.
7 points of damage. Okay. Lauren, what'd you do?
4, and my thing's on fire.
Yes, it is.
1 fire damage. I do 11 points of damage.
Oh.
And he has to make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
He'll probably make it, but
He made a DC 14 Constitution. He rolled an 11, but he has a +3 modifier, so 14.
oh wow, it's more possible.
When you hit it with this flail that's on fire, it hits it and you hear it like let out like a whelp, and you see that it's like actively afraid of the fire a little bit. Not to the extent where it's like it's afraid of you, but you see that it is not like this fire, and you out of game, you know that as you hit it, it's gonna have disadvantage on its attack rolls and ability checks until its next turn. So
I'm
it is
just-
on fire slightly.
As he's like yelping, my smile just will grow, and he'll just be like,
Yep.
"I love to see how they struggle."
But he does take these attacks, and he does finish his movement as he climbs up on top of the floor, and he's just like barreling down on top of you, Lauren, as he's like part of his shoulders on fire and burning. That's his turn.
Big
It's
guy
gonna
on
be-
big guy.
It's gonna be Perilu's turn. Perilu's going to see this creature pop up out of the chasm and be like, ah! She's just going to attempt to run. She's going to Elzo, did you get hurt any? Have you been hurt yet or no?
Not in this fight, no.
Okay.
But I do
Okay.
have some damage.
You do have some damage, and then Garrett took some damage. So she's gonna look at between Garrett and then Elzo, and she's like, well, Garrett kind of left me up here to die. So she's going to pump a level 1 cure wounds into you.
Oh hell yeah!
So you get you're gonna get back. Oh wow, you get back. You don't really need it, but you get back 8 HP. You don't really need it, but
No,
you
I
get
just
back 8
needed
HP.
2, but yeah, that's great.
And she's like, I believe in you. And she like runs past Garrett, and she actually shoulder checks Garrett as she runs past him.
No.
And she has booked it out of the cave. How far was that? That's like, she can't move that far. She's like right here. She's with Boy. She makes it about right there. That's gonna be her turn. Jayla, it's your turn, and Fiska, you're on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna move next.
delicious.
Probably right there,
Okay.
and I don't know if I can do this.
Let me see it. See
Hold
what you
on,
can.
hold on. I think I can only push something that's a size larger than me, and I think he's
He's a
Wait,
size large.
wait.
He's size large, so he is one size bigger than you.
okay.
Because you aren't. You're large, but you're not that large.
You don't got a
Okay.
powerful
You're a
move.
medium-sized creature. So
Okay.
you're gonna try to do a contested strength check to push him over.
Yeah, I want to try to use my horns and my arms and just try to push him as hard as I can.
Okay. So with a shove, you're going to make a You're gonna make a strength check, athletics check, contested by its athletics or dexterity or its acrobatics. So make a strength check and let me know what you get.
Hmm.
Pretty
My
good, right?
dice are failing me tonight. A 9.
No.
Okay. Yeah, you go to give him a shove with your horns and all that, and it kind of like it's like looking at Lauren, but it's yelling, and it kind of just grabs your horn and stops you from moving as it just and just yells at you, and you just feel this hot breath just push all your hair back. So it is you were not successful in your attempt.
It's like your older
Okay.
cousin kind of just has his hand on your head.
You have a bonus action still, and you have your movement.
So would that be considering me hitting it?
Yeah, so that
Okay.
shoving is an action. It is required as an action. So it is like it's instead of making a melee attack, you're trying to like shove him. So yeah.
So would I be able to?
Oh, are you saying is it like an attack roll? Huh.
Yeah, I don't.
Let me double check. So it says
Because
using an
my
attack
horns,
action.
my horns.
Yeah, it's
are-
considered an attack action because it says you make a special melee attack to shove a creature, so you can still use your horns as your 2-weapon fighting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Hell yeah.
Natural 20
Nice.
for 24. I don't know if that matters.
That's gonna hit, and then also don't forget that we are doing that. If you roll nat 20 crit, you have a extra ability or percentage to do something else with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
So remember when you were fighting the gnolls and the gnoll gave you mange because it rolled a crit?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that's because she flavored it with mange.
How did I
That reaction
forget?
was so good.
How
Oh,
did you forget?
yeah.
So
Is that
if you try to so like say you try to do something else, it's gonna be a 50-50 chance of succeeding or failing. So if a 1 through 50, you roll a d100 and tell me. So you just tell me what you do on your damage first. Let's do that first. Let's resolve that.
Okay, so I rolled a 3, so that's 6
6 points of damage. Okay.
plus 2, so
8 points of damage.
8.
Okay.
I guess where do I stand? Like next to him, like how tall? I'm 6'4".
Oh, he's well at like double your size, like 12 feet pushing 13 feet. He's huge.
Okay, where would I be at?
You were like
His
at
belly.
his belly button, belly-ish, yeah.
Okay, can I like try to dig my horn into his like
Belly button.
into like a sensitive spot
Yes.
to
Wh-
try to make him bleed out or something? I don't know.
You want to try to make him bleed a little bit? Yeah, I'll say if you I will say you can mark him to bleed, and if he tries to move, he'll take damage from it. Like He'll
So
take
my
like
horn's
1d4.
just in there.
Yeah.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
just like poking him to pull it out? Are you so you're trying to are
I'm
you trying to do
trying-
more damage?
I'm trying to like take my horn and like rip it up
Okay.
like hard to cause like internal bleeding.
External
Like I
bleeding.
wanna, or a little bit of both.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Okay, I will say I will allow that. If you pass, it's only gonna be 1d4 damage. It's not gonna be anything like crazy, but you will do more damage.
Okay.
So roll a d100 for me.
Oh, okay.
That's great on the d20 without like guidance or anything like that.
Okay.
Let me know what you get.
74.
Yeah. So you tell me. So how do you pull your like when you do this? What does it look like?
So I'm gonna go for. Hold on. What's a sensitive organ down there? Cause you said I'm at his belly,
You're at his belly. Yes.
so I couldn't reach like his heart or his lungs.
No.
Kidney shot.
That's
I
what I was
guess-
thinking. Kidney.
Yeah.
Oh, I was
Rabbit
But you only
punch.
need one of those.
That's true. How
I'm
many do
thinking-
Yetis have?
Liver, maybe. I don't know if you.
They
I
both
don't
swing.
care.
I think you're overthinking it a little bit too much.
Yeah, I know.
So you do it. So roll a
wanna be
d4.
accurate.
Roll a d4.
I'm gonna aim for his liver.
Okay, you're aiming for his liver. He'll never be able to drink
4.
liver again or
Oh,
alcohol
my
ever
liver, my
again.
liver.
4.
You do 4 damage to him. Yeah, he's So you drag your horn up. Your horn's still kind of stuck in him a little bit. You're not able to pull out because his muscles do tense around your horn. But you did cause some damage. You can see his face is You see like you puncture something. You see his expressions holding it. Like he shows it on his face. He's still standing, but he's bad. He's looking rough. But your horn is stuck in his side right now. So you guys are kind of in a sort of weird semi-grapple state right now.
Great.
Fiska, you're up. Ichabod, you're on deck.
I'm gonna do a sneak attack crossbow bolt.
Go for it.
Hell yeah! Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
I want sneak attack.
So,
Why don't we all get sneak attack?
8. I take a level of rogue.
Fine, I will. I'll
Um,
just have
I
10 levels in all the different classes.
What'd you say?
This is a 12 hit.
A 12 just hits actually. Yes.
Woo!
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, this creature isn't very. It doesn't have like a crazy armor, but it is very much a impressive. Like health-wise, it is very impressive.
It's like he's so huge. How could you miss?
Yeah.
That, so
He just flexes and breaks on his muscles.
Me too.
Guys, I'm really close to taking this off.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Taking what off?
Everything, or at least the
Oh.
wig.
PG friendly stream. Come on, man.
It's not actually.
Not sure. What'd you end up getting, Emily?
total is 13.
13 damage? Hell yeah. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Y'all did. I mean, pushing him in the chasm did a lot of damage. So
Wait, am I gonna fall in the chasm with him?
I don't know. We'll see. Well,
Oh, you're gonna be like Gandalf. He takes
see.
you down with you.
Yeah, the Balrog. Hell yeah.
Will I
how are you
get a
shooting him?
reaction?
We'll see.
Fire fools.
I mean, I'm shooting at his back side,
Okay.
and I'm definitely not that. Like Fiska can't really see that well.
Yeah.
Glasses.
So I'm real. There's no like extravagant intent here. I'm gonna say she just like shoots it because she wants to feel helpful and like gets lucky and it like hits his brain or something.
Okay, yeah, you narrow your eyes down as you're like you're like making sure you don't slip on the ice as you take aim and you just let the shot loose. Lauren, you see the shot kind of you see it like bounce off the chasm a little bit and ricochet up and hit a stalactite on top of it and it just like penetrates to the top of the Yeti's skull. Jayla, you see the Yeti just like go limp. It begins to fall back. It begins
You
to fall
don't
back
see any
into
of
the
that.
it begins to fall backwards into the chasm. I will say you can roll with advantage on a strength check to kind of keep yourself sturdy and pull your or dexterity save.
Could I
think.
grab the Yeti?
You want to try to grab the Yeti? Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check. You make a strength check, Jayla. You make a dexterity check. So dexterity. save.
I have powerful build
Okay.
because I don't know if that gives me advantage, but
Let me see what it does. Was it under your features?
yeah, features. Well, not it's not a class feature, but it is my racial trait.
Special feats.
When determined
22.
carry and pass.
I'll say you have advantage on it,
Nice.
Lorian. What'd you say, Jayla?
22.
Yeah, this your horn just yanks out of this Yeti as its muscles kind of relax and you're able to get your horn out. What'd you get, Lorian?
16. Let me grab him.
So I will say you go to grab him, and as you're grabbing him, you grab his arm. You're beginning to like fall down a little bit, but Jayla is right next to you, so she's able to help you stay
And
steady.
I'm probably pushing it though, trying to
Are
get it
you-
off my horn. So
Yeah,
I don't
oh,
know.
Well, actually, yeah, I don't know then. I'm gonna roll a disadvantage because it was on fire. I'm gonna roll a strength save to see see if it beats your 15. It's not gonna pull you in, Lorian, but it's gonna see whether or not you can hold on to it as it's falling. It's very
Yeah.
heavy, so it's gonna roll disadvantage. So its first roll was a 9. These are just flat rolls. There's nothing added to it. Both of the rolls were a 9. So you're able to grab this thing as it's falling into the chasm, and you're able to hold steady, and you're able to you have it like kind of you're holding off onto it as it's like dangling into the chasm.
Can I run over and try to help?
Yeah, we're out of combat. Y'all can feel free
Yeah,
to do
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll run over and try to pull it with him.
yeah, and,
Well-
and with your help, you guys are able to get it. There's no roll. You're able to get it back onto the land.
While I pull it up, I'll just look at. I'll just like turn my head and look at Fiska,
Mhm.
and then I'll turn my head back towards the Yeti.
Fiska's squinting. She still can't quite see it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pat Lori on the back and say, maybe next time.
Yeah, you guys have successfully killed a Papa Yeti, a Mama Yeti, and a baby Yeti, and an unborn baby Yeti. So you guys should be
I
proud.
don't feel
of how-
accomplished.
You
Well,
ashamed
that's
of
what
yourself.
like Elazar's just like. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel great about some of that, but I'm glad we're alive.
So Ichabod's invisibility spell lasts an hour unless he attacks somebody.
Okay.
So
It
he's
ate
gonna just let that
Ichabod.
thing. He's just gonna let that thing ride out until it goes away.
Okay. While you're invisible, Ichabod, I will say while you're invisible, you do see there should be wind play. Okay. So as you're invisible, holy crap, this wig is itchy. Yeah. Actually, I want to say this. Let's take a bathroom break real quick and a water break, and I just want to take off my hair. So
Sure.
we'll do that real quick, like 5 minutes. We'll be right back, and we'll get
Alright,
into this.
I will go to away mode.
What are you gonna do? Kill it?
Fuck you guys.
All right, we're
Well,
good.
you guys were planning on running, and I was like, nah, I want to fucking.
So you
Murder.
guys successfully dealt with this Yeti. Lorraine and Elzo, y'all did pull it up. Ichabod, you're invisible right now. You're gonna let it ride out for a whole hour. As you're kind of like near this entrance, you do see on so you see how the cave kind of goes out here, like left or right. I guess I can just draw. You see how you have this like area over here?
Yeah.
So in that direction, you see a very wispy, like smoky orb. It's just floating above the ground. It's a little bit. It's about 100 feet away, so it's kind of off screen right now. But it's kind of like floating up and down, like bobbing, and you just see it like slowly sink beneath like at the edge of the mountain downwards. That's what you kind of see as you're up here. The rest of you guys are kind of harvesting, or what are y'all doing actually?
I'm just staring into its cold, dead eyes, and I'm smiling. But the longer I look, the more the smile fades.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna wait there for like a minute.
Okay. You're coming down from that high. Is what
Yeah, basically.
I like
Going
it.
this way.
does
Check on everybody.
Does the Yeti have horns?
Yes, the Yeti does have horns.
I would like to try to harvest the horns from its skull.
All right, give me 1 second.
You got it.
I'll allow you to do that.
I'll walk past Ichabod and say hi. What's up?
How
Oh yeah, she sees you, Ichabod.
how much does the
Ichabod
Yeti
says-
weigh?
Ichabod
go ahead,
says,
sorry.
"Don't talk to me. I'm thinking."
Okay. You don't have to be rude.
Oh,
Just say you don't like me.
Craig, you need to make a nature check for me. To
Nature?
harvest that, yeah, nature check to harvest that those horns.
Would survival also be a harvesting, since I'm like, I know how to skin things and...
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Oh, okay.
I think they're the same. I think the same survival. They're the same. Oh no, the one's intelligence.
Survival is wisdom, nature's intelligence.
I'll say
yeah.
go for it. Survival, nature,
Okay.
whatever.
Ooh, 21.
Perfect. Yeah. So you're successfully able to harvest both these horns. They are intact. They are very beautiful. They are they're like these pointed curve, like they're a dark bluish black coloration, and you see that as you go to grab these horns and chop them off, you see that snowflake that was kind of pulsing on its forehead has now disappeared, and the horns themselves feel very cold to the touch.
Okay.
But yeah, they each weigh about 2 pounds apiece. They're very heavy horns. And you want to mark down on your sheet, they are each worth 10 gold to the right seller.
Nice.
How heavy is the Yeti?
The Yeti itself is
Large.
large. I will say for I would say maybe between 300 to 500 pound range is not no real you can't really exactly determine, but it is between those two thresholds. It's very muscular. The muscles are very heavy. It's got very dense bones.
I was gonna. Okay. I was going to. I want to carry it if I can.
Yeah, you. Yeah.
Times 2. Yeah.
Yeah, you are able to.
I can
carry it.
carry 540 pounds without being over encumbered because I have my powerful build.
Yeah, you
Just
you're
throw it
able
over
to-
my back.
Are you gonna throw it over your back? Okay, this is a very comical sight to those that are. You see Yorin just like pick this Yeti up with these and just toss it on his back, and now there's just looks like a floating dead Yeti body walking towards the cave entrance.
He picks it up as I'm taking the horn off, and the horn just like breaks as the Yeti's lifted up. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. Are we going up with this, or are we going? I don't remember. Are we going down now? We're good, right?
We're leaving.
We're leaving, right? Okay, yeah, that's good. We don't want to go up with this. Okay.
We still have to find asterisks, but
Oh, right. Well, we might be going up then.
yeah.
Okay.
As that all's happening, Fiska, what are you up to?
I imagine Fiska flew over to the side of the chasm to get a closer look at the Yeti, and
Mhm.
then Dorian picks it up and kind of like, oh,
All right.
okay.
Awesome.
I'll look to her and I'll just be like, "Good kill,"
What?
and then I'll.
Yeah, what? Did I?
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she did, but she didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, yeah. And I'll just keep walking.
Jayla, what are you up to?
I wanted to come over here to Periloom.
Yeah, you're over there.
Yeah, okay. I was just giving you a description. Okay.
Jesus.
He's only a hard ass on me. I don't understand.
I wasn't trying to be. That was the point. I was trying to be.
Okay, and I'm just gonna say, hey, do you at least know what direction Asterix went?
I mean, I didn't see much after I went into the cave. I did see her head up further up the mountain, but
Oh,
I don't. I can't really. She could be anywhere now.
Was she hurt
So-
at all?
No, not. I mean,
Exhausted?
no, not particularly. Not when I saw her last. But that was 2 days ago. So,
2 days ago?
yeah.
That kid could be dead now.
Well, we should find where she's at then. Let's not lose hope entirely. I mean, I was.
Is this
tasked-
going on while we're harvesting from the Yeti?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just
this
making
is-
sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
and-
This is your first time being in Icewind Dale, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's dangerous things here. The cold alone could kill her.
You don't think I don't know that? I mean, it's kind of obvious, right? I mean, I know you're putting up this. You're trying to like. I don't know what you're trying to do right now, but I am worried about the girl as well. You don't need to try to insult me. I know.
I'm just letting you know how important this is, that we need to get a move on. Also, I don't understand why anyone thought it was logical to bring a child up a dangerous mountain like this.
Listen. I have my own life. She wants to do her own things. So when her mother died and left me in charge, I told her I would give her anything she wanted and we would do anything that she wanted. Well, she wanted to come up this mountain. Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm not gonna. It's something she wanted to do. So, Moginko over there. She points back into the cave. Well, we tried to do our best as step
Hello.
parents.
In the background.
Well, I don't think you did a really good job. Maybe you should second think about giving her anything she wants. She's a child. She doesn't know exactly what is best for her at this time. Just when we find her, just think long and hard about this whole situation so you don't end up in the same one. Let's go. And I'm just gonna go away.
So once they're done with that, Ichabod recognizes that what he's about to say would probably be best if he wasn't still invisible.
Okay.
is that you,
So
God?
so he's gonna yoink yoink off the invisibility spell.
Yeah. So everyone sees this
And-
Ichabod just materialize in front of y'all.
And say, hopefully within earshot of everyone, saying, I have a very strong feeling that we should look for asterisks, and he'll point in the direction of the smoky orb that he saw.
So you point up. So you're at this time you guys are kind of all made y'all's way to the entrance now. And Ichabod, you do point up, kind of where Jayla's token is right now. That's like up the mountain, higher
Okay.
up the mountain. You guys do know that whenever y'all come out, y'all do see that there is, the far like 30, 40 feet from the entrance. There is just a complete drop off to the bottom, just off the mountain into oblivion. But yeah, so the way you are pointed is up the mountain towards where Jayla's walking.
Okay.
Well, let's go quick and get out of here.
Yeah.
Are y'all? Are you? So let me. What are y'all doing with the Yeti? Are you carrying the Yeti
I'm
with you
carrying him.
up the mountain higher?
He's coming with me.
Okay, let me let's go off this screen. Let's change scene.
I just kind of lean in towards Lori and I'm like, why though? What are you doing? Like, are you gonna stuff him? What are you doing?
Gonna cut off his hands.
Why don't you do that now and leave the body?
We can do it when we camp.
Right? Sure. I mean, I got horns pretty quick. I can get some hands if you want some hands.
Can you do it while we're walking?
Sure. I mean, they're dangling, right? Why not?
Yeah.
You can make another survival check as you guys are walking. So Ichabod, you do point them in the direction. You guys do know that it is very much a single file line kind of order, going up the mountain, especially if one has a Yeti atop of them as they carry them. So y'all would be marching in like a single file order line.
I'll be first.
Okay, Ichabod, you did notice that the orb it was only about 100 feet before there was like some sort of drop off. So you know there's not much like traveling that needs to be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
He won't. He'll when the time comes, if necessary, he'll look for the orb to reappear or say, just a second, let me check something.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it hasn't popped back up. It kind of looked like it just sunk below the horizon in a sense.
Okay.
You guys make y'all's way up. What'd you get on your rolls?
So I cast guidance on myself. I made sure to do that first because I didn't want to fuck up the harvesting of whatever Lorian wanted. So I ended up with a 15 total.
Yeah, you're able to get both hands successfully.
Yeah.
Lauren,
I
will,
hand them
update
over
you,
to him.
I will send you that information for that probably tomorrow or later. You guys walk for 60 to 70 feet. Jayla, if you're leading them, you do lead them 60, 70 feet, and then
I'll dump his body.
Off the
you're
side.
throwing the body off the side of the mountain.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you.
And then, but I'll tie the hands to my belt.
Nice. You have
So
a
a
collection, quite a
tongue?
collection growing.
What was
Okay.
the second one? A
You have a
tongue,
tongue.
I have I have a fucking like a crusty sock,
Yes.
Oh,
a
okay,
tongue, a
that's what it
crusty,
was.
a crusty sock,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
Are we traveling with Dr. Frankenstein?
I apparently also have a tooth necklace as
Yep.
well.
Got that from one of the gnolls. You harvested it from him.
Yeah.
You got the crusty sock from the sled. Or it was a Garrett's old sock or something to help track him. I think Keegan gave it to you.
If
Yeah,
we
you
know
guys-
Garrett's there, I'll hand his sock back to him.
Garrett's like,
Now he's free.
Your
why do you-
sock.
why do you have that?
I just sent on it.
He grabs it and he just tosses it off the side of the mountain. Yeah, that's not gonna help much anymore.
All right.
Thank you. Though.
Don't get lost again.
I don't plan on it. Trust me. Also, you guys did really well for Was that y'all's first Yeti, or are y'all skilled Yeti hunters? Or
Technically our second. Well, third, really.
yes. Mhm. Well, you guys are.
Technically fourth.
Ooh.
Gary's like, oh, that's even low. But he's like, you guys are quite a party. And then Perilu's like, can we hurry up and find Asterix? Because,
We're walking and talking. Shut up, Perry Lou.
I'm walking
Oh my
here.
Perilu mutters something under her breath and stays at the back of the pack.
What did she mutter?
I
can
can
I-
probably
can
hear
I
it.
hear?
Yeah.
She just muttered begrudgingly stuff. She wasn't anything specific.
Fuck you.
You guys do make your way up, maybe 70 to 80 feet. It's not a far walk up. It is, the winds up here are brutal. It is, they are strong. Fisk, if you try to fly right now, you would fly right off the mountain. It is extreme winds up here. The cold is colder. It's so cold. How cold? Ice cold. That's how cold it is up here.
It's like Icewind Dale.
Yes.
Ice wind, baby.
Yes.
Do
But
we have
Jayla,
to hold
as-
hands?
I caught the reference, Jacob. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Do we have to hold hands?
If you want
I
to
got
hold
it
hands, you
too.
can.
Ew.
I'll put my hand out if anyone wants to hold hands.
Okay.
Wait, why are we holding hands? Because of the wind?
Because it's cold.
You tell me.
Like to keep our hands warm?
Yeah.
Oh. Sure, hold my hand. Hold my
hold his
my
hand.
paw.
I hold his hand.
You guys trot up the side of the mountain, hand in hand.
We're
Those of
skipping.
you holding hands.
Yeah.
Jayla, you do come to what feels like a the path ends a little bit. You are able to sense that the area around you kind of opens up a little bit more as the snow, like the terrain you're walking, just like suddenly drops off. You can't really tell how far down, but you do notice that the ground falls down.
I let go of Lorian's hand and cast Gust on him. No, I don't.
Goodbye, motherfucker.
New character time.
So what was y'all's
Long live the king.
Who's behind Jayla? What was your marching order?
I'll.
I will go behind Jayla.
Okay. I will.
I'm just a
follow.
wind block for Fiska.
I'll follow
Fis-
up next.
Ichabod should be up there pretty close because he's the one that saw the.
Yeah, Ichabod. I will say
Granted,
it's
the
Fiska
rest
and
of them don't-
Ichabod.
Yeah,
Okay.
because granted, the rest of them don't know why he
Yeah.
knows to go this way, but
I-
he feels like he should be up there.
I think Fiska and Ichabod are small enough to like walk like side by side in a sense. So you guys are equally next to each other. The rest of you guys are falling back behind. Lauren and Elzo, you guys are holding hands. Very scenic view, very romantic.
Just looking over all
The
my
romance of the campaign.
all my children.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jayla, you don't really see much, but you do know that the ground does open up. Fiska and Ichabod, as you guys come to this edge of this vast and deep crevasse, however you want to say it, there's nowhere to really go but down. There seems to be like a about 30 feet down, just directly below you, there seems to be a small rock that kind of offsets the mountain, like juts out of the mountain, off of the mountain a little bit in a sense. And from this vantage point, you do see that there looks to be a collapsed tent, half buried in the snow, and sticking next to this collapsed tent, there are a pair of very beautiful blue leather boots lying uncovered in the snow, and you see that these boots are still attached to a buried body. You can't really see what kind of body it is, but you do see that there is a buried individual down on this little rock.
Guys, I think
What is this dude's name?
we may have some bad
Dwarf.
news.
Dwarf brother.
Oh God, I forgot about him. Thought it was gonna be like the
Bantham.
Wicked
And I have
Witch of
the
the East.
stone.
Banthram.
Bathroom?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Banthram.
Oh, it's
Bath-
not bathroom the dwarf.
It's Barthram.
Barthram.
Banthram.
Barthram.
Can you what?
Is he
Oh,
still?
I have that
Does
written
he
down.
look to be alive, or is he? Does it?
There looks to be about like maybe 5 or 4 feet of snow on top of his body. You could probably make the best assumption that he is no longer living.
So, this edge, does it feel like, or does it seem like it's gonna be like smooth to slide down, or is it gonna be like rocky and I don't know what I'm trying
So
to say.
I would say you do reach down. You see that it is it's not slippery. It's not like ice covered, but it is very much a rocky surface. It is climbable, but granted, it is kind of hanging off the mountain. So you're kind of navigating to like a small little rock on the off the side of the mountain a little bit. So I think it's like 30 feet down.
Okay,
So yeah.
can I hook my grappling hook onto the edge and tie my rope around me and
Yeah.
try to climb down with my
sure.
pittons and my crampon and all that good stuff?
Yeah, using all that gear, I will say you don't have to make a check. You successfully rappel 30 feet down. Ichabod
Oh
Ash-
wait, did they tell me that there was a
Oh,
body?
no one's told you. No, sorry.
Okay, then
Yeah,
I
no one's
wouldn't have
told
done
you.
that. Someone
Ichabod,
has to tell me because I can't see it.
Ichabod, as this is all, as you see the site, you do see that smoky orb is it's still floating. It's not floating above this dwarf, but it's floating above the tent itself.
Okay,
The
so
half-buried
Ichabod
tent.
will say, I've got good news and bad news.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is I think we found Barthram.
Cool.
The bad news is I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. That's you. Oh shit.
Well,
That's so good.
And he's like 30 feet down, approximately 30 feet down.
cool.
Like there's a tent and everything. He was set up for a while, but something got him.
How recently does it look like the snow collapsed on him? Was it our fault?
It's hard to say. You don't really know.
Don't blame
You
this
wouldn't be
on
able to really-
me.
We were
It's-
further down the mountain.
Yeah, it's
though,
hard to
right?
tell. You don't know if this is the repercussions of like an avalanche, or if this is just something that's slowly been snowed on, or the snow's built up gradually. You can't really determine how long it's been unless you actively like investigate the body.
Let's go down and check on this.
Well, the body would be really
Okay, then
preserved,
I'll
wouldn't it? Because
do-
it's so
Yes.
cold.
Yes.
So
I'll do my grappling hook and all that this time now, and I'll
You
go down.
guys- You rappel down. You were on this rock. Who's all going onto this rock? It's not a very wide.
I will absolutely go down there. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
Ichabod
just
will if they can fit.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll go check on the blue boots, buddy.
Okay.
And
I'll s-
Ichabod would check the tent.
Okay.
I'll stay by the grapple hook and stuff, just in case it comes undone.
Okay, Fisco, what are you up to?
Just
I don't know. Okay.
come down.
Ian does it.
Three people going.
Yeah. You don't want to push Lauren off the mountain and just fly away.
Bye.
Do it.
I definitely am a little unnerved by it. Like, I'm leaving like 10 feet, like as the safe social distance.
Okay. Okay.
Safe
Perfect.
social
Perfect. So Elazel, Ichabod, and Jayla, you guys have rappelled down. Lauren and Fisker are up ahead. Jayla,
Only time.
So Jayla, you eventually find your way to this blue booted individual, and well, you tell me, what are you doing?
I'm gonna reach down, grab him out of the snow if I can, and just kind of pick him up.
Okay, you pull this frozen icicle of a dwarf out of the snow, entirely intact. You do notice, and well, as you pull it up, Eliza, you do see that there is a huge chunk of his upper left part of his torso, where it's like his shoulder down to his sternum, and his arm is just entirely missing. It's like something took a huge bite out of it, and but it is very much a dead dwarf with these beautiful blue boots on it, blue leather boots.
Elitzel's just
I'm
like.
assuming they're. Could anybody in our party wear them?
What's my shoe size in game?
Well,
I
I
mean,
was. Once Elazel tells me he's dead, I was gonna loot his body. So
Yeah, I was just gonna be like.
Don't forget, we're supposed to tell those people that we found him.
yeah, I know I have the stone, but I want to see what he has.
Yeah, I would have been
Oh my
like,
God.
"That's gross. He's dead. Let's bring the
I can
boots
carry him."
back." And then I'll cast guidance on Ichabod to search the tent.
Okay.
So
I will
you
say
get a
before-
D4, Ichabod.
Yeah, before we get to
Okay.
Ichabod, Jayla, you pat him down. You're not going to need to make a check for this. You pat him down. He has a empty wineskin on him, a half-eaten block of goat's cheese.
Hold on, hold on.
Hmm.
Frozen
This is
goat
really
cheese.
important for the game, guys.
It
It's
is.
really important.
Sure is.
Half-eaten
kinda
goat
cheese.
cheese?
It can be used.
Elazar goes back to
Done.
the avalanche site and milks the goats. He's like, "That sounds really good."
Make a milkshake with their frozen milk.
Cheese. What else?
And then after, so a half-eaten block of goat's cheese, empty wineskin, and you find a miner's pick.
Ooh.
And he also has these very blue leather stylish boots. They are very, you feel them. They do feel like it's like it feels like a velvet kind of like satin texture to it.
We can go prospecting.
Because we have the boots.
Ichabod.
Oh.
Okay, wait.
Yes.
Before you go over, I'm gonna just take the sending stone and be like, hold on.
Breaker.
Big
I'm
trucker.
just saying, Gwendolyn, I have bad news. Your brother didn't make it, and I'll go join Ichabod. Elzo.
Well, I'll say this is kind of happening at the same time. So Elzone.
Well, yeah, I'm
Jalen's
just gonna
over
head
there.
that way afterwards.
Yeah, so you go ahead and I'm not long after you send this message, maybe 10 seconds at most. It doesn't take long. You hear the Gwynlyn reply to you. That's very unfortunate. If you could bring him to the base of the mountain, or yeah, bring him to the base of the mountain, we will retrieve him. You can keep the boots.
Wait a minute, he had some sweet looking boots. Where'd they go?
Yeah, she said.
I
She
have
said you can
them.
keep the boots. She said
Uh,
you can keep the boots. Thank you.
It was like she knew we were gonna steal them anyway.
Nice kicks.
Okay, and then well, I guess I'm not gonna go to Ichabod and them. I'm gonna take the body back over to the rope, kind of try to hoist him up on the rope and get him up. Or I guess I can like tie the rope around me and kind of have him
Yeah.
tied to me too and go back up.
You successfully transport his dead body up to the top of the mountain area. Ichabod, as you are, you push into this tent, and as you come inside this half-buried tent, you see that, there's not much in there, but you do see a body in there.
Oh.
Ooh.
They are sitting inside. Their small little knees are pulled in tight to her chest. It is a small red tiefling girl. She's dressed in these oversized, fur coats, much like when you saw her in the Buried Treasure Den a couple days ago. And you see that she is motionless. The red in her skin is very much a pale, dull shade color, and you see that she's not breathing, and she has her leather-bound book clasped tight, like in her knees, with her arms, like hugging it. And you see in the middle of her forehead, you see an icy blue snowflake pulsing.
So he walks up and by the shoulder, kind of shakes her.
Okay.
Sure.
Wow.
Okay. You your hand touches the small child and it burns. It's unbearable. It's like this icy cold ice. This like thousands of icicles just travel up your arm, throughout your body, through your spine. It's just this unnerving feeling, as you feel it's very unpleasant. It feels like every single nerve ending is like burning off at once, and you feel this like you feel your movements kind of slow and freeze a little bit as your muscles tense, momentarily like freezing you in a weird state. And you feel this penetrating presence enter the back of your head as you hear this very cold, whispering voice that says, "This one's mine." And then the feeling kind of retracts and you're kind of unfrozen, and you feel this like these icicles kind of move out of your body as this snowflake just continues to pulse on top of her dead body.
So Elazel's with me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I cast a guidance on you. I didn't, like, was
Right.
there, like, a flap on the front? Do I see what he's doing, or...
I would say the tent's not. It's half buried in snow, so only Ichabod's kind of like his head's in there a little bit
Okay.
right now.
Okay,
There's not enough room to like. It's kind of like he's like crawling a little bit. It's like he like crawled in and he sees this kind of thing.
sure.
So you are
Oh.
not in there at the moment.
At the moment, all he's going to say, he's going to peek back out. And, like, we found asterisks too.
And...
She didn't make it either. But and then he's going to ask Elazal's, like, have you noticed the snowflakes? And he does this on his forehead.
I saw it on the Yeti, right?
You saw it on the Yeti, and you did see it on the head that was like repairing.
I did see that? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, take a look at this. And he lifts the flap up and points in towards the body.
And I see what he saw.
Yep.
And he didn't tell me anything about the tingling or the voice, so I would reach out instinctually
Yeah.
and cast Spare the Dying.
Okay.
Because I'm a cleric, and that's what I would do.
Let me read the description of the spell. You go to cast Spare the Dying, and you feel your magical doesn't. It's a weird sensation because as you touch it, you learn three things in the moment. You learn that the body's been dead. It hasn't been living recently. It's been dead for maybe a day at most.
Fuck.
And you notice that when you touch it, you feel the same sensation. You feel these like thousands of like tiny jagged knives just stabbing each nerve ending, and your muscles kind of momentarily freeze a little bit, and the same cold presence says, "This one's mine," and then that feeling kind of retracts, and you are back left to your own.
Just turn back to Ichabod and say, "That didn't feel good."
No, it didn't.
Mm-mm.
Did you hear what I heard?
But I heard a voice that said, "This one's mine."
Yeah.
But
Oh,
I
yeah, I
mean,
heard
it
that
wasn't.
too.
It wasn't my voice. It was like, "This one's mine."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
shit.
Yeah, we'll have to tell the others.
I will say whenever you kind of whenever Elzel touches her, this time you kind of you as you like kind of retract away or you let go of her, you do see like her grip on the book kind of like the book kind of like loosens a little bit in her grip as she just from you manipulating her kind of like loosened it slightly. It's still in her grip, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I will grab the book and pass it to Ichabod.
Okay.
And I'll look back at him and I will say, that didn't feel great, but I can't, we can't leave her here, right?
Right.
So I don't, I mean, one of the heads, did you see the heads in the cave?
Yeah, I saw both of those.
I mean, what
I think
is
it's
that?
got something to do with Ariel.
I mean, that's very possible, but what does she do with a head versus what does she do with a full body, right?
Right.
But did you say the head was regenerating something?
Yeah, so in the cave, the Goliath's head had been decapitated, pretty much removed from its body, and it was just the lower jaw down. But it seemed to have reformed, and there was like in the middle of its forehead there was that same snowflake. But there looked like muscle and muscle and all its like face was rebuilding itself, magically rebuilding itself.
I just say to Ichabod, I'm like, I don't know what this is, but I have a bad feeling that we're gonna see her again, and she's gonna be in a state we don't want to see her in.
So what you're saying is also maybe... Oh, no, he pushed the Yeti down the mountain. Never mind. So you're saying we may also have a very angry, handless Yeti and hornless Yeti corpse coming after us at some point.
I'm saying, yeah. I mean, it's just, I don't know. But
Right.
There's a feeling.
Yeah, we definitely need to tell the rest of the party about this.
As you's conversation is at this point, Jayla, both of you do take note. Jayla is beginning to repel back down. Yeah, Lauren, what's up?
Well, while they're doing that,
Yes.
I would just briefly talk with Fiska. I'd just be sitting by the
Go for it.
by the grapple hook, and I'd just be, my legs kicking over the edge, and I'd just be like, I don't know if you saw me, but sorry for. I looked at you strangely in the cave. I don't know if you could see that after you did kill the Yeti. I don't know if you saw that either, but
I did. Exciting.
yes.
Lorian, I couldn't really see much at all in there. I'm not quite sure how you guys all could. So, no harm, no foul.
Born this way. But I'm different in combat. I'm not myself.
Well, you're very impressive, throwing things around. Very strong.
Yes, it's what I was trained to do. To hurt things and such. Just be careful around me. I wouldn't want to hurt you.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I'm very sorry for what you must have suffered.
Oh. It's fine. I'm here now. And he'll start smiling, but it's not like a real smile. It's just like this is venturing into places that I'm kind of uncomfortable with, so I'm just gonna smile and keep kicking my legs. Kind of smile.
Fiscal will
As I throw a dead body over there.
Yeah. Fiskal will offer you a Mr. McGonagall Jelly Belly Bean.
I eat it. What flavor is it?
I don't know. What flavor are these?
Is it like
Taste.
it could be really good, or it's like dog shit?
So it
Is
tastes
literally
like
the
a
flavor.
mixture of. It tastes like you're chewing on You've been in Tin Towns long enough to know that they use well fat or like a fish fat for many of things. It tastes like you are chewing on fish fat. It's not pleasant, but it's not bad. It's just a very mild like mouth filling.
And
Oh.
you're getting your omega-3s. You're good.
Yep.
I'll act like I enjoy it. I'll be like, this is really good. Who makes these?
Fiskal will leave the bag open between the two of us.
God.
I love it.
Oh, that's great.
You know, every 30 seconds or a minute, he'll grab one and just like slowly put it in his mouth.
As that's going on, Jayla throws up the dead body, and Jayla, you are beginning to rappel back down to the mountain. You are, Elza and Ichabod are still talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just make my way back over there.
Yeah, you'll.
Could we?
Oh, go ahead.
So, other than being like super uncomfortable, this shocking cold sensation doesn't seem to be doing any permanent damage.
Mm-hmm.
No, not.
Okay, so
not that you noticed.
Okay, so Ichabod would take the tent and attempt to maybe wrap up asterisks in the tent and see if that would protect us from whatever that mumbo jumbo is.
Yeah, you successfully collapse the tent on her and make a like makeshift like blanket around her. It does. You don't seem to have that sensation whenever you touch her when she's covered.
So
Okay, cool.
as he's doing that, I'll just say to her, I'm like, it's curious that, I mean, maybe he was hiding it, but Lorien carried that Yeti and there was no voice, there was no sensation that we knew of, right?
That's true.
So I'm curious
Maybe
what the difference is.
It's like just thugging it out.
Right? I'm just like, I did hold his hand, he's pretty strong, but...
Maybe because it's a fresher dead body.
Weathered hands.
That's got something to do with it. I don't know.
Right. Well, I mean, we have her now, right? I appreciate you
Yep.
doing that.
How do we get her back to the town?
Yeah.
Am I there yet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I turned to Jayla and I'm just like, we found her. She didn't make it.
Oh.
She was in the
Well-
tent and she was marked with the same snowflakes that we saw in the cave.
Oh.
So if
Oh.
Jayla can see stuff using extrasensory perception, would Jayla know about stuff like that?
Yeah, the symbol.
Unless I felt it, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably
I don't
not.
think she would have seen it. She'd have to have felt it. Yeah, in that sense.
Right.
I will say that.
She's just gonna act like she knows what you're talking about, though.
And I'm wait, I don't know yet, right? It's just Ichabod that knows.
No. The only people that know are Lorien and you, Craig.
Oh, I do know?
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Remember you were putting your
Okay,
hands in the snow
So then, yeah,
and-
I would have said it
Yeah.
differently then. I would have said, did you see
Well, that
the
was-
snowflakes in the cave?
Yeah,
On
that
the-
was actually my like out of character question about game mechanics.
Oh yeah, no, she wouldn't have. She wouldn't have any kind of like extra knowledge on it in that sense. I mean,
Right.
she'd have to fill it to like kind of.
Yeah, so
Pick
like
up on it.
Jayla couldn't be like, oh wow, check out the cool tattoos on that guy.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I would have said, did you see the snowflakes on the Yeti and the was it a Goliath? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Goliath in the wall.
Oh. Wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay. Well, so Asterix had a snowflake on her head, and I tried to cast. I tried to bring her back, hoping it hadn't been too long, and I felt a sharp pain, and I heard a voice that basically just whispered and said, "This one's mine." And so we've decided we don't know what that means, but we're not going to leave her here.
Well, yeah. I can carry her back up if we need to. I'm
That-
sure Perry Lou would like to say goodbye,
Absolutely, yeah.
and I'll just bend over, pick her up, kind of. Probably I'll carry her like this, like just hold her like this, and
That's
then I'd
nice.
probably throw over my shoulder once I was going back up the rope. But
You successfully do so. You make your way back up on top of the mountainside. Yeah, what are
What-
you doing?
I just-
You all, those of you up here, y'all do see Jayla bring Fiska and Lauren. You saw her bring the popsicle dwarf back. Now you're seeing her bringing another corpse up, but this one is wrapped in a.
Oh, is it clearly a corpse?
Oh, you see her bringing up some sort of like rolled up
Bag.
tent. Yeah.
What? What's in there?
once I get up, I'll say Perry Lou, and then I'll open the tent up, and just be like, "Sorry, we didn't make it in time."
Don't touch her. It's
I'm
Ichabod
not
yelling
gonna
it
say
from
that,
below.
but
She
Oh.
Do you actually yell that from below?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Why wouldn't we touch her?
oh, you touch her, it's kind of
The
painful.
body's cursed.
We're
Don't
not-
touch her, man.
We're not sure about that, but yeah.
Perry Lou, you say this to Perry Lou, and her expression hangs heavy. You see that there is like a case of like severe sadness set upon her face. She walks over to the body and kneels next to it, and she just begins to cry. She, maybe you were right. She's like she's saying that like towards you, Jayla. Maybe
Mhm.
you were right. Maybe I should have told her no.
Yep. Things
What
like this happen here all the time.
She looks back up. What am I supposed to tell the rest of her family?
You can't lie to them. It's gonna be painful for them, but they need to know.
Yeah. I guess. She just like freezes in that like uncertainty of that kind of like that uncertainty of disbelief between like this is her fault versus this isn't her fault, but realistically it is her fault. And you can see that like kind of emotion, that emotional state is very much settling with her. She's kind of in that frozen state. Well, you can't see it, but you feel her muscles. You sense like her body giving off that body language kind of thing. But
Okay.
she just seems unwilling to move or do anything at the moment. She's very much just frozen.
Okay, maybe we take her back down the mountain and maybe you take her home.
Yeah, maybe. She's still not looking up at you, or looking like she's not. It sounds like her voice is pointed down. She's like, yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Do you need a moment to
No, I'm fine.
Okay, no rush.
Okay. Before you go though, she does look at the she does kind of unwrap the body, because I guess y'all did unwrap the body to show her.
Yeah,
right?
I unwrapped it
Yeah.
to show her.
She looks at the symbol on her forehead, and that's. Or is that? Why does she have that mark on her forehead?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, she never worshipped Oral. She never did anything. I would know. I mean, I've always told her the practices of Yondal, but why was she? This doesn't make sense. She shouldn't be marked like that.
Has Ichabod? I would think Ichabod would have climbed up by that
Yes,
point.
everyone's up on top of the mountain at this point.
Okay. And if so, Ichabod would say, "So you're saying this is Arl's mark?"
I mean, it's clear. There. That's the 6-pointed snowflake. That's her. That's her mark. That just shouldn't. She shouldn't. This is not. This isn't right. She goes to try to she does try to touch the body. She's in the motion to try to grab the body and like investigate further. Do y'all want to stop her or?
If I'm there, I will put my hand out to stop her. Absolutely.
Okay. She looks at you. What are you doing?
You can't. There's. What are you hoping to figure out? Like. It's gonna hurt, and you're just gonna hear a voice. What more do you need?
I don't know. She pulls her hand back. I don't know. I just wanted to try to be there since I wasn't there to begin with. At this point, Garrett kind of walks up and he sees the site and he turns around and walks away back to the cave opening. But
I'll actually respond to her and I will say, if you know what, if that's what you want, go ahead.
Yes.
She touches the body of Asterix and can y'all make like a perception check for me actually?
Sure. Since you asked so nicely.
Natural 20.
I didn't do great.
Jesus Christ, that's good.
23.
22.
I got a 9.
9.
So good. Not so good.
That's not a group check, so it's like.
Biscuit, what'd you get?
10.
Okay. More so Jayla and Elzel, you notice that Elzel you see, and then Jayla you kind of you're kind of like keeping track of how her muscles are. You she touches the body, she doesn't freeze at all. Like her motions don't stiffen up or nothing. She doesn't seem like it's not how Elzel. It's not how whenever you touched it, it doesn't seem like that's what affected her when she touched it. Jayla, you just realized that she just touched the body. That's all you can really get from that. But she touches the body and she begins to like hug it and cradle it. And then she she just is holding on to the body, unwilling to let go of it. That snowflake is still pulsing. And at this point, Ichabod, you notice it too, that she doesn't seem like there's any kind of negative effects as she's touching this body now.
Ichabod looks at Elazar and is like,
I want to
motioning
like
they're touching it and nothing's happened.
I want to like go over to Perilou's shoulder and touch her on the shoulder and then try to touch Asterix and see if I feel anything. I don't know. I just feel like them two touched it. What about me?
It's a completed circuit.
Jayla, as you reach down and touch it, you don't get nothing. There's no sensation when you touch it. There's no voice. Nothing happens.
If Jayla touches it touches her. I'll touch her.
Gonna touch
Lauren.
me?
No, I'll touch the Asterix. I'm not
so
gonna touch you.
I was trying to do it sneakily where it wasn't weird, and you're just gonna go up and go.
Like, is this a ritual or something?
I just want to see if everyone's talking about it.
Lauren, you reach down to touch it and
Her.
touch her. Sorry, you reach down to touch the dead child, and you feel these you feel like icicles crawl up your arm. You feel like there's like thousands of needles just poking you, just prodding you, and you hear a cold voice in the back of your head that says, "This one's mine." And the feeling retreats.
I'll keep touching her, and I'll just think, Nobenian burn you.
Yeah.
And does it come back, the feeling?
No, it's one of those like momentary things where like you feel it, the voice is heard, and then that feeling withdrawals.
It's like a voicemail or something.
You do say that, but there doesn't seem to be any kind of other effects whenever you say that.
I'll pull away if I don't.
Yeah. Fiska, do you want to touch the body too?
I would have stopped touching Asterix and just keep patting Perilou on her back. I don't know, like awkwardly, like Jayla's just like this big old minotaur, just like
And Perilu is just still crying as she holds the body.
Yeah, this seems like a tender moment. Fiska is not going to touch the dead
Yeah.
child.
What I
Okay.
was thinking. Lori just said, "Whoa."
Um, but yeah, y'all take the Well, actually, y'all tell me what y'all doing.
So
Yeah, I guess at this.
I was thinking this the entire time. I have Yeti hands. We could carry her in Yeti hands. Actually, it doesn't
No.
matter anymore, does it?
How about
surely
this?
could.
You carry the dwarf.
Yeah,
I'll carry Asterix.
I'll
And,
carry him like a not like he's like luggage, but kind of just like with my arms out.
All right. Are you guys trying to make y'all's way back down the mountain? What are y'all
yeah,
doing?
we came up here to do
Yeah,
what we need to
so-
do.
Okay.
Could I smell the air? Is
yeah.
there anything else I get as I?
The fresh
Well-
smell of Yeti hands kind of
Mmm.
takes up your nose space. Also, you smell like this intermingling of like fish fat. It's very.
Mmm.
You're not getting much besides those kind of overwhelming scents whenever you are sniffing.
Okay, I'll just do kind of like a silent prayer over Asterix's body.
Okay.
That's all, and then I'll keep going.
All right. You guys make your way back down the mountainside. Elzo, you handed the book to
Icky.
Ichabod, right?
I
Ichabod,
did, yeah.
Okay.
Icky.
I just want to make sure I heard that right. So you guys make your way back down the mountain, past all the sites, and you go back over that 10-foot gap with the ladder, thanks to Lorian. And you
Does
guys
it break
pass.
this time?
No, it doesn't break. It is
Okay.
about half you, so you feel like you got probably one more good time of using it before something crazy is gonna happen.
I told Jayla to go first on the last time.
Yeah.
After we get across, I'll be like, "Is that ladder is it in good shape? Is it doing?"
I mean, it'll hold up for a little longer.
I cast mending on
I'm
it.
good. Okay, cool.
Cast mending on it. All right.
Full health ladder,
You
baby.
heal the ladder back up to its proper structure, its proper strength. You guys make your way past the dead goats, and
What an investment.
eventually find your way back to the initial campsite that you found all the other sled dogs and all that. And
Can I put Asterix in the sled and
Yeah.
just pull the shit, or I guess push it?
you put
Okay.
what about the dwarf? You putting the dwarf on there too, or no?
I can just carry him.
You carry the dwarf. Okay, you guys put Asterix on the sled, and you carry the dwarf. You are at the base of the mountain now, and you can see you've seen that and this whole time Perilu has been very sad. It's very obvious, but you also have noticed that Garrett has taken some sort of hardship on himself as well. You see that he is very much affected by this too. Not to the point that Asterix is, but you see that there is a little bit of a lingering emotional torment on his face. But yeah, you guys get down to the base of the mountain, and about this time in the day, it's about 4 p.m. You did get up early. All this kind of transpired over the day, so it is about 4 p.m. when you get to the base of the mountain. You still have, you have your whole 24-hour hike back to Targos, so you do have a full days of travel. You could probably make about 3 to 4 more hours of good travel tonight before it gets dark. What are y'all doing?
I feel like we should just keep going till we're tired, right? Camp and
Yeah.
get back,
Sooner we get back, the better.
right?
It doesn't seem like a great time for a snowball fight.
I mean, we can if you want, but
Okay, let's put him down.
Use the Yeti hands a snowball.
yeah.
Shovel.
Yeah, I got 2 fucking shields attached to me.
Yeah, you guys you guys make a good 4 hours of progress. You don't come across any strange battles. You do leave the dwarf behind, as I assume Jayla communicated that across to everyone that the dwarf said to leave the body at the base
Oh
of the
yeah,
mountain.
I
that's right.
wanted to.
Like,
Are they
keep him.
still there or no?
No, the dwarves are no longer there.
Oh.
They left whenever you guys ascended. They
I
said
want
they were
to
gonna.
get their sending stone.
They said they were gonna go.
Jesus.
They said they were gonna go keep looking to send word if you found anything.
So they're still.
You figure they will be back. That's why they said leave the body at the base of the mountain. You feel like they'll be back. It could either be a day, a couple of days. You don't know how long it'll take before they get back, but
I'm keeping the sending stone.
I'm keeping the bot now.
Well,
Yeah.
I will speak up and
Yeah.
say, well, I mean, we could wait here for them to get the other one as, you know,
Should
a
I-
party favor, or, you know, we could keep going.
How
They
does
just
sending
give
stones
it to
work?
us.
Can I use it
sending
again?
stone is it's a one use per
Once a
long
day.
rest.
Oh,
Once you
shit.
cast the
Okay.
sending spell.
Maybe we could hold on to it, and maybe we could use their help sometime in the
Oh,
future.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have both of them, and just be like, oh hey, Jayla.
And
Well,
talk to people.
Well, if we get split
It'd
up,
be, yeah, that's what I
or
was
if we
thinking
intentionally
before.
split up.
Yeah, I wasn't being dumb. I'm thinking ahead.
Just talking to each
So
other,
you-
next to each other.
You guys leave the body at the base of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we could do something to cover its scent, so hopefully animals don't come
Yeah.
picking at him.
I will say you successfully disguise it / hide it from predators, and you feel as if you did a good enough job to it will be retrieved successfully.
Cool.
So you guys leave that there, and you guys begin to make your march back to Targos. You spend the 4 hours left of the little bit of daylight you have pushing through the ice. You know, you don't come across any battles. It's a very uneventful 4-hour hike, but you do
Boring as shit.
eventually set up camp, and you're all around the camp at this point. Perry Lou, she's a mess. You know, that there's no
So-
hiding that. You know she's a mess. Yes.
Ichabod sees that, and he's going to. Well, before he hands over the book, he's going to flip through the book.
Okay. So you flip through the books. You do see that.
He's a curious guy.
It is a very nice leather-bound book. It's you flip through it and you see you see several pages of like arcane runes and stuff. You make the assumption that this probably is like a spell book of some sort.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
You get to the back of the book and you see that there is a little bit of handwritten portion. Like most of these spells in here were handwritten, very sloppily. You can tell that a child wrote it. But you see at the very back of the book, you see that there is a list of names with the title that says "People I Have Lied to" at the top.
Ooh.
There are several names. There's not many names behind it, but there's about 4 or 5 names. But the most fresh, I guess, the freshest entries are at the very bottom of the book. And one says Elazel, the Fakat.
Oh wow.
And there's a single sentence that's written next to it that says, "I told him I would put an end to the winter."
Wow.
Underneath Elazel's name, you see the name Asterix Shahiri, and there's a little thing written next to it that said that I will survive this cold.
Ugh.
Oh God.
Why?
Wow.
And
You're enjoying this too much. I don't like
I'm-
this.
I know he's not. I can see it on his face.
He's smiling.
You're making me smile.
It's awkward smile.
Yes, but
Fucking terrible. Holy shit.
that's all it says at the back of the book. You don't see any other. There are other names above it. You see there's a name. You know, like Perry Lou is written in the book like 5 or 6 times, and there's like subtle lies about. Told her I would follow you on Dallas Faye. Told her like it was just like a bunch of petty lies. And you see that one that says Moginko, which you recall was the last name, and it says told him I would be vegan for a day. But that's about all.
So after that, he's like, he hands the book over to Perry Lou.
Perry Lou takes it and she says, "Oh, oh, thank you so much." Yeah, she's a mess. She's not pleasant to talk to right now. All the snot, tears have frozen to her face, so it is just a sight.
Ichabod just kind of backs away.
But she is hugging the book very much. You see that she's still a mess, but there is a little bit of there's something more for her to hold on to in that sense. Eventually Garrett sets up the camp. He's still in he's still affected by these events, but eventually you have a nice camp set up for the night. Did you guys want to do anything else before we go on a watch kind of
I don't think I'm in the mood.
Okay. So there's
That
gonna
was a long day.
yes, you guys have had a quite an eventful day. There are gonna be 3 watches, so if you guys Perry Lou is not gonna go on a watch. Well, actually,
She can sleep. man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so after the fire's made, after the fire's made, there's like in the little bit of camp setup that y'all have. There are rations that are passed out to each of you.
I wanted to try Yeti meat.
But yeah, if there are watches that you guys want to go on, there are gonna be 3 watches, so you could do 2 to a person, 2 to a watch. Boy, Garrett, and Perry Lou are not gonna do a watch; they're gonna opt out of that. So it'll be just. Actually, Garrett
We do
will
all the
one-
fucking
Garrett-
hard work.
Garrett will do one of the watches. Garrett will do
Okay.
one of the watches.
Yeah, okay.
I'll do the last one, and I will be right back.
Okay. Elzel's on the last watch.
I'll,
Elzel's on the first watch.
I'll do the first watch if no one's doing the first watch.
So Lauren.
Well, so do we need like 2 to a watch?
Yes, 2 to
so
a
that
watch. Well, you don't.
okay.
Well, you just
You
need
don't
one
need
to
to. You
watch,
can.
but-
Yeah, you don't need to, but you can have 2 to watch.
I'll go the first one too, I guess.
All right. So Lauren and J-Lo. You're gonna go in the middle, Fiska. All right.
Is
Ichabod.
Ichabod opting out?
No,
He's
Ichabod
sleepy.
will do. Yeah, he'll share a watch with Fiska.
Okay, sweet.
Oh.
So it'll be Elzel and
And
Garrett on
Garrett.
the last watch.
Okay.
I will let him know that when he gets back. So, yeah. So the first watch, you guys go ahead and well, it's up to you. You have the stage. You can go ahead and make perception checks during your watch to see. Feel free to roleplay if you want to do that real quick.
I wouldn't really be talking at Jayla necessarily or to her, but I would just be talking kind of out loud. And I'd just be like, I'm tired of letting children die. Next time there is something time sensitive, I would like to make haste. I'm tired of failing.
And she's gonna assume you're talking to her. So she's gonna be like, well, you might want to get used to death out here. It happens a lot. And we moved as fast as possible as soon as we knew where she was.
We could have done more.
You can always do more. Doesn't mean it always ends up the way you want. And she's gonna grab her necklace.
I would rather have risked it than let her die. And then I will. Oh, go ahead.
I was like, well, like I said, as soon as we were able to, we went that way. If we would have known a day sooner, maybe we could have got there. But without that information, there was nothing we could have done. So don't beat yourself up, and I'll just kind of give him like a punch in the arm, like a playful punch, not like a hurty one. It's like,
I think he'll just be like really limp, just kind of. He feels defeated, in a sense. He feels like he failed personally.
and she's not gonna try any harder. So she's.
He punches you in the face now.
And she'll sit in silence if he says nothing else.
Yeah, I think he's done talking.
Okay. You guys go ahead and make a perception check for me.
18.
18. Craig, you're on the third watch. Garrett.
All right.
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. You
I'm
guys are
seeing
both,
shit.
you guys both are sitting here. Lorian, you hear a small bell ringing, like a very ding-a-ling-ling-ling to the south of your camp.
It's Santa.
I
It's
will.
like a dinner bell, like ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
I'll stand up and I'll turn my head and then I'll be like, do you hear that? There's a bell.
I'll tweak my ear and just whoop.
Yeah, as he makes note of it, you do begin to hear this little ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
I'm going to investigate.
Should I come with you?
Yes, come with me.
Yes.
Okay. She'll get
I
up
would-
real slowly and.
I would make enough noise to where maybe Boy would wake up
Okay.
if
Um,
because how dogs are.
Yeah, boy,
sometimes.
he looks at you. He looks at you, and then he puts his head back down on Garrett.
And I wouldn't wake anyone else up, but
You just
I-
do one of these to Boy.
Yeah, you see,
right now.
he does take notice of the direction you guys are going, but he's not. He looks like he's very much just trying to stay on top of Gary. It's like
Yeah.
that dog, like that pack.
I just want him to be awake if
Yeah.
something goes down, and
He
then
does wag his tail a little bit, so that's a good sign. So he's
I'll
aware
s-
that you guys are.
Can we kind of tell how far the
You-
noise is? Like, is it close sounding, or
it
is
sounds
it
like it's a little bit in the distance, not entirely too close to the camp,
but not too far because we
but
can
not
hear
not
it.
like it's not a ridiculous amount away. It's just
Okay.
not close. It's not within 60 feet of the camp, kind of.
not too
Okay.
close, not too far, just right.
I just wanted to make sure people can get to us in time if some shit goes down.
It's a very it's the bell's like ding a ling a ling. It's like every now and again. But you guys
Like the ice cream man.
after you guys do like
An ice
leave
window.
60 feet after you move about 60 feet away from the camp, the bell stops and then it
Fuck.
ding a ling a ling picks up again. And you see Lauren with your dark vision 60 feet away. You see about 50 feet from where you are on the outskirts of the camp. So you're about 110 feet away from the campground itself entirely. That's how far away you guys would have to be if you walk all the way. About 50 feet, you see that there is a with every time the bell rings, you see like a small amount of snow fall down. And there's like this small pile of snow beginning to build in one specific spot. You see there are these small little dainty flowers, like daisies, that they're not really fit for this climate. It's a very weird sight. And you see that there are, equally as surprising, there are 10 decent sized snow hares that kind of burrow out of the snow and as the smell of the, like, not from the snow pile, but like from the out, like just like around the snow pile, like 10 of them burrow out as they just smell this like new fresh healthy grass. And they all begin to hop to the pile, and as they get close to the pile, you see that the snow pile begins to twitch a little bit, and the bell begins to ding a ling a ling, and it gets more like every time the pile twitches. This means it gets like more aggressive every time it twitches. Every time the hair gets a little bit closer.
I'm gonna start like slowly moving
Yeah, I was
to
also
be
gonna look
unnoticed. Yeah.
Okay.
look for any traps and such.
Okay.
As well.
Give me stealth rolls for both of you, and then a investigation check for traps. Lorian.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah, go for it.
Can
How's that work
I,
again?
You roll with advantage.
Cool.
Could I like be maybe 20 feet from her, so maybe if they see me, they don't see her?
Yeah, you want to be like ahead of her a little bit.
Sure, I just don't want them to see both of us if I fuck up.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I rolled like shit.
So
So I rolled a 5
I rolled a 16.
and then
Okay.
a 6. So that's
I'm glad I got away from you.
11.
So as you guys are like stealthily approaching, Lorian does get a little bit ahead of you. As Jayla, you're kind of taking the time to like be a little bit more stealthy.
Mhm.
Not successful, and so, but you are trying.
I'll like turn around and I'll be like,
And you see as
mentioned-
you're getting closer, you see these bunnies. The bunnies are still like hopping towards the pile as it keeps twitching. And as you guys approach, the pile stops shaking, and a head pops out, and you see this like a figure like slowly step out of the pile. Its body is covered mostly in snow, that this fresh snow that just like falls off of it. There is this weird straw like hay bale situation going on around its like upper torso and lower torso, and it has these very like spindly black limbs that kind of outstretch. You see it's got a decorative mask on its face, and it has like a staff in its hand, and it kind of looks like that.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
That's cool.
he's a lot less creepy than I was thinking.
And it's like playing with the rabbits. It's slapping it with the stick every now and again. And the rabbits, they seem happy that it's slapping it with the stick. But as you guys approach it, it turns around real fast and outstretches its staff towards you, not saying anything, but it has taken notice of both of you, even with your decently high roll, Lorian.
Quick question. Does this have to do with any kind of lore or history with
I would say you probably wouldn't
Icewind
know.
Dale?
You
Okay.
probably wouldn't know about these. I think the only one in your party that might know would be Lauren or Elza. Lauren, you could probably make a roll to see what this is.
If it's a Fey Fiend or undead, I have advantage.
It is. Let me look. It's neither of those.
It's Arctic Rafiki. He's here.
Okay, so what did you say? What roll?
You can make like a nature. I think a nature roll is the most.
I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah, go for it. And you see it has this like this staff outstretched to you, this little stick. There is a singular frozen berry on the end of the stick.
I got a 10.
You don't really know what this is.
I'm gonna lift up my hands like.
It sees you lift up its hand and it pulls its staff back and hops between its 2 feet, like on top of the snow pile, and then stretches the stick back out to you.
Hello? I'll just wave.
It has a hand. It's just copying your movement as it stretches its hand out.
We're friendly. I'll go over to shake its hand if it's copying me.
Okay. It's like as you approach it, kind of backs up a little bit and then sees that. Like, what do you look like when you're approaching this? Are you doing your weird smile thing or no?
No, I don't look like I'm.
Okay, you don't look menacing.
Like I'm gonna kill him. No.
Okay, so you approach it and it's just you reach its hand, you reach your hand out to shake it and it pulls its hand back and outstretches a stick towards you and it dangles. It like moves the stick back and forth and you see there's a little berry that just like swings on the stick as it's outstretched towards you.
I'll say, can I have this?
It just continues to shake the stick in front of you.
I'll grab the stick. I'll just grab it. I won't pull it from him, but I'll grab the stick.
Yeah, it stops shaking the stick and you just have a hold on the stick with it as well.
I will, with my other hand, I'll make like I'm trying to grab the berry.
Okay.
I want to see how he reacts.
It's hard to tell. It doesn't look like there's a reaction. It's just standing there with the stick in its hand while you hold the other end of it.
Okay, I'll pull the berry.
Okay,
Can I see any rabbits? Oh, sorry.
You feel the rabbits. They are still the rabbits. They're not hopping no more, but you do hear them like each of their little breaths as they are kind of like Lorian much so doesn't really notice it, but you can tell that there's like a rabbit circle around this entire thing going now right now. These rabbits.
Can I just like, grab one and hold it?
Yeah, it lets you pick it up. It doesn't resist or fight, and it seems docile, and it just lets you pick it up. It seems more so in a trance of some sort than docile.
Okay, I'm gonna just like approach and just watch Lorian, or I guess not watch, but listen.
Yeah.
Let's see how he fucks this up.
Yeah, I'm just petting the rabbit like.
You pull the berry off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pull the berry off and everything just disappears. The bunnies disappear. The snow pile flattens, and this figure just disappears from you. Lauren, you're left with a beautiful purple berry in your hand.
Is that what I should call it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful purple berry.
You can put sweet purple berry.
My rabbit. I'm so sad.
You do have Jayla. You do notice that the rabbit has turned into snow. It's like the snow is it's just cold now. There's no rabbit, but it's like snow in your hand.
What the fuck? Why'd you do that?
It looked like he wanted me to take the berry.
Well, this is a waste of time, and I'm gonna get up out of the snow and walk back.
Okay.
Can I spend some time with the berry? Know what the berry is? Can I smell
I
it?
become intimate with the berry?
You smell the berry. The berry smells very sweet. I'll say you give it about 10 minutes before you realize that spending time with the berry isn't going to do anything for you.
So
you probably figured that you would have to ingest the berry for something to happen.
I'll hold on to it.
Okay, you hold on to the sweet purple berry. Awesome. Let me make note of that.
I will. Who's trading watches with us?
Second watch is going to be Fiska and Ichabod.
I will just. I'll mention the event to them as we're trading watches, and I'll be like, "I got this berry."
Yeah.
Like, don't eat it, bro.
I can't. I really want to, but figure.
Eat it. Eat it.
Not right now, right?
No, I want you to do it right now, but
Wait till
that's
we get
just
back
me.
in town.
Well, oh, I would.
It's just drugs again.
Well, four of us are awake. I guess I could I could take a. I'll ingest it.
Okay. So everyone's awake besides LSL and Garrett and Perla. LSL, you are been snoozing pretty good.
Out.
So you put this berry in your mouth. The berry, like I said, it's very it smells sweet. It tastes very sweet, sweeter than anything that you have ever tasted. In fact, this is probably the sweetest thing you've ever tasted. It's very comforting. It's very inviting as it kind of like warms your soul a little bit. You feel your body relax as this weird magical sensation just penetrates your body. As this warmth fills your body, you feel a deeper connection than you have ever felt with anything in your entire existence, even stronger than a connection with your god, to this mysterious creature that you just ran into. You feel this home, like this
He's the homie.
unexplainable like sensation of just pure understanding. This warmth does travel throughout your body, and it comes to it travels to like the backside of your hand, and you see your hand just bursts in a ball of fire, and you take 1 point of fire damage.
Oh, that's nothing.
As this explosion happens on your hand, you all see Lorian's hand just light up in fire. You see that the fire, it's not long, it instantly just bursts and instantly disappears, but on the back of your hand, you see there is some sort of like arcane branding on the back of your hand.
He wants me. It's an arcane branding?
It's like it's like an arcane symbol brand, but it's very
What's it look like?
it's very hard. It's one of those. It's like when you look at it, it's kind of like it changes shapes a little bit, but it's like it's arcane in nature, but it's like very rudimentary, like stick figures that keep changing every time you look at it. It's really weird.
Oh, is it like a little? Is it like I look at it and it's telling me a story?
Not
every
really.
time I look at it?
It just looks like the stick figure keeps changing, like it just keeps dancing on your hand as you move your hand. But it has the same mask as the creature that you it's like a stick figure with that mask that creature had on it.
Am I gonna sleep well? And then I look away and look back at it.
It's still just every time you look at it, it just dances. It's just moving.
Okay.
It's like it's doing like a little shimmy on your hand.
Ichabod,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what this is? Ichabod.
I'm assuming I don't.
No.
Sorry.
Anyone else of Jayla and
Nope.
the homie?
Y'all wouldn't recognize it. Y'all would just see
And
this weird
Fiska?
like stick figure dancing on his hand as you keep looking at it.
Do you recognize the dance?
Ooh.
It's the Charleston.
Yeah. It's kind of just like it's lifting its leg up, like one of its legs up at a time, like dancing back
Macarena.
on. Yeah. It's doing the Macarena. That is what it's doing. It's doing the Macarena. Yes.
I was waiting for Fiska to say dibs on his hand when he dies. Some of his hands.
But to the rest of you, it's very foreign. It doesn't really mean anything.
Okay, well, that was interesting. Thank you, Jayla, for the
Duly
encouragement.
noted.
Yep. Okay.
You're welcome.
I will let you know if anything happens.
I hope that thing haunts you your whole life.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that. I'm
And
gonna
I'm just
act like
gonna
I
punch
didn't.
you on the arm in a playful way.
Okay.
And then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I guess she was joking.
You don't know.
Yeah. And then I'll just go to sleep, but I won't keep that hand close to me. I'll keep that hand to the side.
Okay. Yep. Y'all's watch ends. The second watch, Fiska and Ichabod. It's your turn to watch. Do you guys feel free to make perception checks to see how your watch goes, and RP if you feel like doing it.
Ichabod. Fisk is from that area, right?
Yes, she's a native to Icewind Dale.
Okay, Ichabod would ask Fiska if they recognize anything about the snowflake brands or recalled anything about Arl that would explain any of this craziness.
Oh.
I would say Fiska, you have heard rumors of, you have heard figures of people dying, be it through freezing to the or succumbing to the nature or to animals as being marked with this symbol. You've just heard rumors of it. You haven't heard anything more than that. But you have heard that it has happened before in Icewind Dale, but there wasn't any real. No one really understood why. But Fiska, whenever he does bring this up, you do think back that the snowflake looks very similar to the one on your pocket
I was
mirror.
gonna ask that. It does match.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's near identical.
Okay. Gotta get that identified. So Fiska will relay that information to Ichabod.
Okay.
And she'll
Oh, by the way, 13 for perception.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 11 for investigation.
Okay. You don't. There's not much that really happens. You do see Ichabod. You do see with your crazy vision. Pretty much on like the outermost part of the vision, you do see that there's a large animal walking around the exterior of the camp, kind of like pacing around it. It looks like a polar bear. But as it's circling, you see more defining features. You see the sharp-beaked mouth. There are feather-covered legs. And you know it. Since you were in Icewind Dale, or since you've been in Icewind Dale, you have heard of it and seen people talk about them. You know that this is an owlbear, snowy owlbear. And you see that on about the 120-foot.
Go wrestle it.
It does look like this as it plops
Go
down.
kiss it on the mouth.
You do see
friends with
that
Oh my god.
after
Right?
it is on the edge of your vision. You see that as it plops down on its hind legs, it's just looking at the camp.
Are
There's
there
no like.
are there polar owl bears?
That's what that is.
Oh my goodness.
He's so cute.
So
I want to hug.
Ichabod would point this out to Fiska and suggest that maybe they do not engage it.
Yes.
Or
Fiska,
speak
like,
bird
But
to it.
we will watch it.
Okay.
Fiska
Man,
looks at
me and Jayla would be on that shit.
Probably.
As you're watching it, it doesn't seem to be overtly like trying to come closer. It's very much just plopped down on the ground watching the campfire. It doesn't have any kind of other behavioral clues to what it's doing, but you just see it sitting there, and it doesn't move. It's just sitting there,
It's just warm over here. So he's
watching you menacingly. No, it's just sitting out there, gazing towards the camp.
Is it big? Is it an adult? I didn't hear what you said.
Is what?
Is it a big one? Is it like
Yeah,
huge?
it's like
Okay.
a full grown. It's a
Okay.
full grown owlbear, snowy owlbear. It's a big guy, but it's
Can you
not
s-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Other
Yeah,
than that,
so
oh sorry.
yeah, the fact that it's not seeming to do anything menacing, and knowing how some of the people in his party are, Ichabod is like, let's just leave it alone out there and not let let's not alert anybody unless absolutely necessary.
It's a good call.
Fiska.
Jayla's like, wake me up! Wake me up!
We
She's
don't
not
need
as
them to abuse the
impulsive as
corpse
you,
of this thing.
Yeah.
As you guys are watching that, nothing happens. You do hear it give a little call, like I don't know how an owlbear sounds, but it sounds like that now.
Like a bear.
Like a bear, yeah. Then an owl. It's like a
Oh.
hoot. Raw. Nothing eventful happens on y'all's watch, and then it is time for the third watch. So, you guys trade off with Elizel and Garrett.
Yeah,
It'd be
whoever
like-
whoever wakes me up as you just while I'm still sleeping before you wake me up, you'll actually see like electricity sparking between my horns.
Ichabod shoots you.
Pulls out his gun and just shoots him.
Oh,
I
we can
hate
spin him for that.
lightning.
He's terrified of no.
Fuck electricity.
Yeah, so whenever they wake up the next watch, obviously they'll be like, "There's a big owlbear out there. It's not doing anything to harm us. Leave it alone, please, for now."
Leave it alone, please.
Oh.
Garrett. Oh, sorry, Elza.
No, I would
It's like,
just
be cool.
is it wait. Is it like regular? Is it like white or is it like I don't know what are they different up here?
Right there.
Oh, I can see it from here.
Oh, maybe you can't. I don't know.
You can't really see it. Fiska, he said it to you earlier, but you couldn't really see it either because it's like 120 feet out into the dark.
Oh. So there's an owlbear out there. It looks to be like a polar version of an owlbear.
Oh.
So it's pretty cool. pretty different. Be cool. Don't go messing with it.
Yes, understood.
Okay.
I
wait till
go
they're
mess with it.
asleep.
No, I don't.
I wait till they're asleep. I just want to get close enough to see it.
It's me and Garrett. Garrett.
Yes, you and Garrett.
Okay. I will actually have however long of a conversation this lasts, but he's from this area, right?
Yes.
So I mean, actually introduce myself because it hasn't really been like there hasn't been any downtime like this, right? I'll just say, Melizel, and I'm trying to search on your face whether or not you've seen anything like me before, but that's my first question. Have you ever seen anything like me before?
I've seen the Tabaxi owner in Bremen of that bar, but you kind of look like that a little bit. I've not really. Where are you from?
Originally, I don't know, but Golden Fields is where I was raised.
Well, I haven't been south of Iceland in well over 10 years, so I didn't really travel far besides to Waterdeep, and I haven't really seen anything like you before.
Okay. I mean, it's just... it's one of those things that this is the first time I've ever really been out of there, and part of the quest I'm on is to figure out who or what I am.
Yeah.
And it makes sense to ask people I've never met before, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that feels like, but...
Well, I mean, after a lifetime of weird stares, I mean, you haven't really done that. It hasn't been... You haven't looked at me as if I'm, repulsive, so that's great.
No. Yeah.
An oddity, I accept that. How are you doing?
I mean, I don't feel great, I'll be honest. I was paid to guide these people up here, and 2 of my hirees have died. So...
Yeah.
It's not it doesn't... I mean, I feel guilty. It's partially my fault. It is technically my fault because I brought them up here, but they did pay me to do a job. And I know that sounds kind of... It sounds kind of scummy, but I feel responsible. I just don't really... I don't know how to feel. Yeah.
Well, I guess... But it happens, right? On my way from Golden Fields, it wasn't just me. I was with a really good friend. I was with 2 other members of my clergy. I was with 2 guards. I'm the only one who made it up here. I wasn't a guide, but I was partially responsible, I suppose, for... I'm a cleric. I'm supposed to be able to help these people in times of need, but there was no helping. I was spared. I don't know why.
What attacked you? Or did something attack you? Did people just abandon?
Yeah, I didn't get
each
a good
other?
look. It was big. It was big, but it spared me. It spared myself, and it spared my friend, and we were able to camp. And then when I woke up in the morning, she was gone. And it was just me to make the pilgrimage. That's what I was on, to come the rest of the way. And, yeah, I mean, I don't feel great because I made it back here alone. And then when I got here, we were out on a lake and some children died, and I climb up a mountain, and a child that I met in a bar died. The same child that you were tasked to help up here. And it's... like I said, I'm supposed to help. And I don't feel like I've been much help yet. So I'm just hoping that happens. I'm hoping I'm able to. I'm trying. But
That's yeah, that sounds. Don't take it to heart. I know. Icewind Dale is another. It's its own breed of shit.
I mean, I guess that's a long-winded way of me trying to tell you that there's still hope, right?
Yeah.
A lot of bad things happen. I'm up here because bad things happen in my life, and those were choices. Those choices that I made, but we do what we can.
That we do. That we do.
Yeah.
So this owlbear.
I want to ride it very badly, but I'm
I
not
don't
gonna do it.
think you should. They are very vicious creatures.
I know. I've heard. Very tempted, but we'll let it pass. We'll let it do its
What if
thing.
it? I mean, maybe it's a nice owlbear. Maybe you can go ride it. Maybe it can be a pet.
Yeah, I mean, we could have said the same thing about the Yeti, right? Maybe it's a nice Yeti.
No, it's a different story.
Well, is it?
No, not at all.
I think we let it be.
Yes, I think I'll take this side of the camp. You get that side.
Sure.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Holy, these rolls tonight. What's up? 22.
Sheesh. It's good. Garrett's not much help. He rolled a 4. But he is trying his best. He is a human. He doesn't really have dark vision. You do see that owlbear. Does come close to the camp, but it also backs up really quickly and sits down again. And then you don't really. It's really unusual because there's not much that happens. You do notice. I left out the first watch. There was no lights in the sky, and around the second watch, y'all saw some like aurora borealis stuff going on. The sky above you right now, is beautiful. It is just twinkling, greens and purples. It is just beautiful. It's unnerving how beautiful it is in this desolate, depressing land. Other than that, you don't really see anything, but you smell something that grabs your attention. There's a metallic scent of copper and iron carried by the wind around you. It smells like blood. You scan the horizon, scan as far around the outskirts of the camp as you can, but you don't really see anything else out there that would be the source of this smell. Do you do anything?
I will mention it to Garrett. I'll just say, there's a very, very strong smell of blood. It's possible the owlbear captured something. It's possible it's something else entirely, but I don't think it's smart for us to look out for it until we can actually see better. I mean, unless you think otherwise.
Garrett begins to sniff a little bit, and he said, now that you mentioned it, I do smell something, and which is weird for you, Elzo, because your senses are a little bit more heightened than Garrett. So for Garrett to pick it up, the scent must be close.
Yeah.
Closer than you think.
Does it?
But Garrett's like,
as I'm smelling, does it feel like it's getting stronger and stronger?
yeah. As you smell it, you feel like especially when you turned around to like Garrett. He's on the other side of the camp. As soon as you turn around, the smell it's overwhelming. It was just strong. It's stronger in the camp than outside of the camp, which is weird. And you kind of you take the time to look around, you see that the smell seems to be coming off of a particular individual in camp. Kind of nestled next to Astrid is a small halfling woman with her back turned to you.
And she smells really strongly of blood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna touch her, but I'm gonna like get in close enough to hear if she's breathing.
Okay, you even when you move closer, just to kind of listen, you see that her body does not appear to be breathing. Her chest doesn't appear to be moving.
Yeah, How close is Garrett to me?
Garrett is on. Garrett's about 30 feet away from you. He's not entirely too close to you, but he's not a maid apparent. Like he doesn't really. He sees you doing stuff.
Yeah, he's watching me though, right?
Yeah, he's watching. He sees you.
I'm gonna wave him over.
He comes over to you. Hey, what's up?
It's very possible that Perry Lou's dead. And
What do you mean?
I think that's where the smell's coming from. She's not moving, she's not breathing. I don't want to touch her yet. I just want to let you know before I do. I'm gonna roll her over.
Okay. Yeah, you go to roll her over, and as you she's like close to like Astrix like corpse, like her like rolled up body. As you go to like pull Perry Lou like away from that, like roll her over, you see that as you pull her away, you hear this like sickening like sound, like suction sound, as you see you pull her off of like a shard of ice that's just sticking out of the rolled up Asterix, as this just like huge like icicle just extends out towards from Perry's body. As you pull her, you see there's just a hole that has there. It's weird because the wound around like where the icicle was is like frostbitten and like it looks terrible, but there's still like a fresh trail of blood coming out of it, as if some sort of magical effect is keeping the blood from coagulating and just keeps it pouring. And there's a small puddle of small to you, but for a halfling, it is a decent amount of blood next to the rolled up Asterix.
What is Asterix body doing? Like, are they moving at all, or?
Her body's not moving. You can't really see anything besides the icicle that's kind of poked out, but if you want to like investigate, you can unroll her body and look at it.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay, you undo the tarp and you see that you see Asterix is there. Her body is still in its state, pristine. You see that snowflake on the top of her head is still pulsing, and her eyes have become a similar shade of blue, and they are piercingly staring. They're still just staring up. They are just piercing through the night as her eyes have slowly become this like very beautiful blue.
Similar to what?
Similar to the snowflake, the same icy blue. And you see that some of the veins in her body. You see more blue, like blue markings beginning to like crawl up the sides of her arms and legs, like kind of like spider varicose veins.
Did Ichabod relay what he read in the journal, or did you keep
No.
you kept that to yourself? Okay. I think Elazel's first reaction would be that. I mean, yeah, it sucks that this Perry Lou's dead, but I think their first reaction would be to pull out their rapier and just chop the head off of Asterix.
All right, you do that. You're met with some resistance as you're cutting through her head with each sickening chop. It sounds like you are breaking ice with every swing, as you see as you cut into the body, like where her skin should normally cut and like break, it crumbles away as if ice, and eventually you're able to decapitate the head from the body. And when you finish your last slice and you cut through, the pale blue eyes just move and look down at you.
Just rewind a little bit, like with
Yeah.
each like.
So with
hack.
each swing.
Yeah, I would be like, there'd be tears, and I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And you said the eyes look up at me?
Yeah, so when you finish a swing and you kind of like depart the head from the body, the blue eyes kind of move and look down at you.
And that's it?
Yep.
I just say, what do you want?
You hear a cold icy voice escape Asterix's mouth. You hear her frostbitten, her mouth, her body has suffered frostbite from being in the wind, of course. You see that her like lips open as a cool voice escapes it. I just want what's mine.
I'll just nod, and I'll say, I mean, we would all want that, but have you made it clear what you want? What's yours? What is yours?
Everything.
I don't think that's gonna happen. And I jam the rapier right into the eyes.
With you bring down this blade on this on the eyes, and the head just and like that the head just like fractures and cracks the ice as the kind of the head itself deteriorates in the process of whatever was happening to the body.
And one last time I'll say, I'm so sorry.
And with that, are you doing anything else with the body of Perry Lou or Asterix?
No, I think I'll leave him there for the morning so everyone knows what happened. It's
All
cold, right? They're not going to deteriorate, right?
Nope, they're not going to deteriorate. You are right about that one. And on that note, I think that's a good place to end the session. It is quite late. I am sorry this went a little bit later than usual. So to everyone that was able to tune in, thanks for joining. You know, we were in costumes at the beginning, but now we're not. We're slowly kind of uncostumed ourselves as it was pretty unbearable, but it is still fun. So anyone that tuned in this week or prior weeks, thank you so much for the support. It means a lot, and I hope to see you next week for our third session of this 3-block we usually do. The session after the next one will be our week off to kind of recuperate a little bit. But yeah, so to be completely original and to rip off Matt Mercer, is it Sunday yet? Thanks for joining, everybody. Bye.
Bye.